The shaders have just been cached. It took an hour and I would say an hour and a half. Asylum. Elysium. Sorry, Elysium. Welcome. Yeah, no, we're going to start just a little bit early. I'm just going to flip over so as people are coming in, they can hang out and check it out. We'll hold off and we'll wait until till noon to officially kick it off. But yeah, the shaders took, oh man, probably an hour and a half. I usually release a video prior to doing the live stream, but I couldn't because you couldn't play it. I mean, it was like 10 to 14 frames per second while it was, frames per second, but while it was caching, or setting up the shaders. So I didn't even record. I saw kind of like what was going on and how long it was taking, and I'm like, yeah, we better just wait. I wouldn't want to put it out there if it didn't look good, right? Or I mean, if it said, like, it does say you should wait for shaders to cache before playing. So I didn't want to do that before because I think it probably could have some major impact, but man, it definitely puts a strain on it, especially if you look at the settings. It's considerable. I mean, I have a 2080 Ti in this machine, and I think with that I might just barely get 1080p at 60 frames per second. Maybe. It looks like it's you need like 32 gigs of RAM, which I might have. No, this machine doesn't have 32 gigs to get. I think 1440p, as far as I know, at 60. So I could barely get it there. The Steam Deck, I don't know. I think we'll get. My guess is 30 to 40. With everything all the way down in ultra performance or whatever, even with these, but they did cache, so everything's ready. It took probably a good half hour for it to unpack. Literally your 2-hour return is sitting there waiting for it to do all of the setup. You probably get about a half hour, something like that. Because it took about an hour and a half for those shaders to cache. Like it took an hour or more for it to cache from like 1 to 50%, and then it really went fast after that. I don't know why. Who knows why? But yeah, we got a few more, just another 2 or 3 minutes, but we'll back out just to show that we're officially on the Steam Deck. Don't want anybody to think that we're trying to pull any fast ones. Make sure that we've got audio too. If anybody can hear the background music, let me know. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. The last stream was a little low, but if there's obviously any adjustments that need to be made, let me know. Reddit people are saying it runs like that. Well, I will admit, man, Reddit has been damn near 100% on Steam Deck stuff. They've figured out stuff long before most places. I would probably say it runs like crap with the shaders before you've cached the shaders. I don't know what it does now. We're going to see it all firsthand together. So welcome, Harlem Punk. But yeah, let me just bounce out of here just to show that we are on the Steam Deck. Now. Yeah, it took 77 minutes for it to finish caching the shaders and pretty much doing its little setup. So you only get about 40 minutes, something like that, to go through the game and see how it runs before you can not return it. Because remember, Steam has a 2-hour return policy on anything. So just so we're showing here. If we need to turn on the bigger performance overlay, let me know. We can. Hey, Novus, welcome. Suspense is killing you, Solid. Suspense is there. Welcome, Jay Bentham. Unfortunately, it runs awful after the shaders load. So that's the big thing. That's what I was wondering. And Fancone guy, hey there. Don't have much to time. Wanted to say appreciate your share. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you stopping in. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad people get some benefit out of checking out the Steam Deck videos. Yeah, nothing else. No power saving stuff is on. So let's go ahead and jump in since it is noon. So yeah, it took, like I said, about 75 minutes to do its thing, to load all the shaders. I did try running it while the shaders were loading, and yeah, it was like, it fluctuated heavily. It was, I'd guess somewhere between like, at one point or another, it hit like 40 frames per second, and it would just drop down during the driving scene through the town. In the very beginning, you know, when Joel and Tommy and Sarah are leaving, it was like 14 frames per second, something like that. Now that was before the shaders. Yeah, I know. It was Durhex Hexfeld strategy. Yeah, it was. Welcome. Yeah, it was a little bit of a time. 20 to 30 frames per second. Yeah, that's with FSR2 on quality. Okay. Well, let's just see. We'll jump in. So yeah, everything loaded. I have my setup, you know, like this right here, 1280 by 720. Everything is, we'll turn VSync off. I don't really think it's going to matter, but we'll drop that down to 60 just to say it'll never go over that. But FSR2 on balanced, so I don't even think it's going to run well on balanced. I'm going to put it at performance, and we can toy around with settings as we go. We'll just, actually, you know what? Let's just put it on ultra performance. We'll just put it at the lowest, see what it does, and then go up from there. Let's go ahead. Oh wait, did I just set that to DM default? I did. Hang on. I'm using a silly ass, what do you call it? The Switch controller. It's actually like an 8-bit DOE, but it's got the layout for Switch, so it's always screwy. So ultra performance, we'll leave it pretty much the rest of the way that it's set. So Y is apply changes, right? Yes. Okay. And then let's go to graphics. So everything I had set to low. I don't think there's anything above that, right? Or below that. I think it's all the way on the bottom. Just go through. Yep. Yeah. So half resolution on, well, I don't even think it matters for those. Yeah, they're locked kind of thing with low. Okay. Yeah, so this is the bare minimum, and then we can adjust from there. Let's see. I'm somewhere in the prologue. Let's just see where it's at. I'm not sure. I don't want to go all the way back just because it's not really going to show it. If it's really bad, to wait until they fix it. Yeah, you know, I don't know what they're going to... Am I sitting over top of the loading screen? Is it even there? Oh, it is loading. Okay. It's just really hard to see with this light. I would be happy with, you know, I'll tell you this. What I found, I went through all Resident Evil 4 on the Steam Deck, kind of hanging on the couch and laying in bed and stuff like that. I played like maybe an hour or two. Or no, I played about 4 hours on the Steam Deck here. So I beat the whole thing, I don't know, did some extra time, put in like 20 hours. Let's just say 20 hours. And I turned the performance meter off, and it was fine. It probably ran between 30 and 40. It looked good. This looks horrible. Look at that fire. Oh my God. So this is all the way on low. We're getting 27, 30. I mean, there's a lot on the screen happening, so this might be your This might be your push, but let's get through this. And it will start to toy around because there's a lot going on. I can't even see where we're going. I think we gotta go down this alleyway. Yeah. I might have to adjust the brightness. Wow. So this is, again, everything's set to low, ultra performance, and we're really underneath 30, 34, 32. God damn it. We're almost 37. Okay, so see, it start. I mean, obviously, as you get into the more enclosed areas, it starts to go up a little bit. We definitely, the beginning is going to be rough. Where the hell are we going? I can't even see. Did we jump? Ah, I gotta turn the brightness up a little bit. I can't see with these big lights. It's a dark game like at the beginning. Okay, hang on. I could not see that. So we want display and brightness. There we go. I'm just going to crank it up a little bit. There we go. It's going to be pretty bright. I hope that doesn't affect too much for you, but I couldn't even see it. Worse than the PS3? Yeah, that's why I was laughing about that. There we go. Okay, now I can see it. I couldn't see that like little opening. It was too dark. It'd be fine if I was looking at it without big lights in front of me. Okay, so... Wow. 30, 38. These are... Okay, here we go. 36. Okay, here's 40. I saw 40, 30s. Let's do this now, since there's not as much on the screen. Let's go ahead and bump up FSR to, like, performance. Okay, still. Okay, we're in the 30s still. 40s. Actually, I don't get it. Why is it even worse when you're on lower settings? Let's go up to balanced. This is what I wanted to try it on. This is where I've had the best luck with a lot of games. Now, Kevin Grace, hey, welcome. Yeah, you know, I think, okay, here we go. This is much better. Why is Ultra Performance FSR so bad? So this is 40. I mean, obviously there's nothing around us, though. We're going to have to wait until we get to the next zone. 30s, 40s here. But there's nothing on screen. I think people, I don't know, man. I think that there's a little bit of like PC ports have been, you get screwed every once in a while, right? It really depends on what people are doing, what the developers are going to do. I do agree, though, that usually it takes about 3 days for them to collect enough data on all the machines, and then they can push out kind of a, you know, kind of the update that adjusts, you know, performance, that optimization and everything else that we need. It hasn't gotten a playable status or anything or verified yet. It usually doesn't for a couple days. I think it was just, there was a lot going on in that town. We were trying to do something there. It's, you know, let's get to the next scene, you know, where it's kind of the game starting, right? And we'll see. I mean, you're not going to have that many people on screen at any one time. I don't even think there was ever that many clickers and that on screen at any one time, other than in the beginning of the game.
Come on, baby, please. I know, baby. I know. Sarah.
This is much better right here.
Baby.
I mean, obviously, it's going to depend. This is one of the saddest things in gaming. We're talking right over it. It's horrible. I'm talking right over it. No, Novus, yeah, God of War. You know, God of War actually is really, really impressive. I will say that. In the end, they do a good job. Sony usually does a pretty good job. Days Gone is really decent, right? I mean, it performs pretty well.
The number of confirmed deaths has passed 200.
Let's see if we can skip past this. I know people want to see. Sorry if I know we're skipping cinematics, but I know folks have got so much time during the middays and stuff like that. So let's kind of see what the performance is. Because I was a little worried. I was honestly thinking it was going to take 2 hours to do the shaders and there was no return, right? So I'm not, if it stays in the 30s to 40s, and hopefully more of the 40s, I'm not too upset. No crashes yet, George. Nothing. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, all the way, John. I mean, I think you'll give it a day or two until they can get the first patch out there for performance and optimization and stuff like that. And I think then it's better.
Better hurry up then.
So we're unbalanced right now. So everything's set to low, but we're on FSR 2 balanced right now. And we're in some of the city alleyways. So again, it's going to depend on how they handle the, once you get out into the open areas, what the backgrounds look like. But here's not bad. Raider, welcome. Thank you for subscribing.
Attention. Citizens are required to carry a current ID at all times. Compliance with all city personnel is mandatory.
Look at that.
I don't know how I'm running it on Steam OS, but I do have one set up for Windows, so I'll download it and at least take a look. I mean, obviously, I think other people will probably get to that by then, because it took a little bit of time for it to even unpack, like a half hour to unpack. Yeah, I think seeing this right here gives me a better feeling for it.
That just means more people are sneaking out.
I mean, it's not going to be.
I gotta sell new papers.
I don't think we're looking at
Any static up there.
PS4 qual. We're not looking at PS4 quality right yet on the Steam Deck. Maybe once they get done with the optimization, it'll probably be close.
You see your IDs. Here you go. What's your business here? Got the day off. Visiting a friend. All right.
Even the Callisto project, yeah. Callisto was a funny one, though. They fixed it they got it running. I mean, again, it took some time. I think theirs was took them a couple weeks to get it kind of running better. The one thing that I found interesting, you didn't see it because we were a little bit too far into that prologue. They did show the Steam Deck controller. Like the Steam Deck showed up as a controller, like when you were supposed to hit something on the screen. So they have at least the imagery in there to say, like, yeah, we support Steam Deck for this game.
Right?
I'm just wondering at what level they were supporting it. God, I hate these Switch controllers. Okay, what the hell is ZR on the, mine doesn't even have a ZR, does it? Has an L2, LR. I don't even know what it is. Can I switch it over to the Xbox controller layout controls? I don't know if you saw that in the new Resident Evil. You could change like the on-screen prompts to the right. Like if you were using like a controller like this 8-bit DOE, you could like say, hey, I'm using it as an Xbox controller, and it would show you the Xbox inputs and instead of the Switch ones. Let's see here. I don't think they do that. It's just kind of locked to the well, there's all the different controllers. Even the Steam controller. See, there's the Steam Deck. So they do have the Steam Deck imagery in there. Interesting enough. Which one is this one? Oh, there was the Xbox. Can I just like make it look like that? Yeah, it's fine. Maybe. I don't know. I think we'll be able to get through it. Just give me a second while I figure this out. Is it a back button? What is ZR? Hold to heal. Oh, I'm not equipping it. That's why. Am I not? Is there something wrong with my controller? I can't even move. Oh, okay. I got it now. That's interesting. So they're showing like the little circles, but they're saying like D-pad and then R2 to heal for the controller that I'm using. But I don't know, that those little circles did not look like a D-pad to me. Maybe it's because it's, I don't know what that would be.
Or we could just let Robert go.
I mean, on the Switch controller, there's like little circles like the Joy-Cons.
Hey, Tess, you see that shit?
I was there. Hey, how's the east tunnel looking?
It's clear. I just used it. No patrols. And where are you off to?
Gonna pay Robert a visit?
You too?
Who else?
Marlene? She's been asking.
Oh,
about-
yeah, I agree with you.
Marlene.
I do enjoy, like, every indie game runs really well. Well, there's a few that don't, but I mean, yeah. I mean, you're not asking it to do a AAA product.
Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right? Military's gonna be out in force soon.
Yeah, see you around.
Will grace the Steam Deck. Good. Well, I mean, like I said, it's going to depend.
I don't like it.
I think they'll get it. I mean, we could obviously drop it down again. I wouldn't drop it to that ultra performance. That was really bad. In the buildings, though, 40s, you do spend a lot of time in enclosed areas in the game.
This is us.
There's a few, like in some of the towns that you run into that I remember, and
Stirring up out there.
It's been quiet. No signs of military.
the sniper.
That's what I like to hear.
I don't want to ruin too much if you haven't played it, but I mean, there's this one where it's like a long field that you're crossing. I'm not going to say what it is, but a longer area you're crossing that would have further view distance, right? That could possibly be like a big open area, but a lot of it you're always enclosed in the game.
I'll take it easy out there.
I think maybe the beginning part would be the toughest. I mean, that was in-engine, right? Like all those people running, all the explosions, the vehicle moving, all of that is in-engine gameplay. So I have to think that that had probably the most that we'll see in the game. Resource use. Sorry, I had to shut down my heater. Now I'm getting back to the
Our backpacks-
Switch controls. Let's grab our stuff. If the volume of the game needs turned up, let me know. Once we get out of this building, or yeah, at least out of this kind of setup area, let's change some stuff then. Oh, they want me to reload.
Boost me up. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
on.
help me. See how the flashlight does for us.
Go on.
Oh, that's right. We got a little bit further before we hit that.
Be careful.
When am I not?
Got a trick question?
All right, so it's not dropping below 30. This is a little bit more of like the wider open areas that you'll run into. 42, 30. Let's do some testing. I don't think we're going to get too much, but let's go. Somebody had mentioned quality, that they were saying that they saw something being played maybe. So let's see. Okay, that definitely cleans it up a little bit. A little bit less of the jaggies on Joel's shoulders and stuff like that. Oh,
Ain't been out here in
Damn.
a while.
I'm so used to the Xbox controllers.
Well, I am the romantic type.
It was swing and hit Tess. I mean, the foliage is there. It definitely doesn't look sparse or anything like that. I mean, the game
Where's the ladder?
Well, it's got to be around here somewhere.
looks similar. Now, obviously, there's probably huge differences if we start cranking up, like, you know, medium settings. Actually, let's just see what if we put it on high. What can we see? So we'll just do the preset. So let's just go up to high. See what we're dealing with. Whoop, medium, high. There we go. Yeah, definitely adds more volume. Starts to drag it down. I mean, we are on quality. We could probably bump one of those down. Medium might be the sweet spot here. To hit 30. To hit 30, sorry. Not I don't think we're ever going to see 60. I'm thinking 30 to 40 is maybe the spot that we're trying to get to. Let's drop down to, oops, medium. Okay. Low is probably the right way. Even when you go, okay, get a little bit. 30s. Okay, let's try it on medium for a bit here. Where'd that ladder go? There it is.
Got it.
Great, bring it over.
Let's place. There we go. In the building, though, it should get a little bit higher.
Lady, you must be thinking of someone else.
It's all relative.
Oh, why can't I climb? Oh, God, I'm trying to hit B like on an
This way.
Xbox. I mean, it's not that far off from the PS4. There's our flashlight. I mean, that drives it down a little bit. But still, we're still hanging
Down through here.
in there with 30.
You think Robert's still got our guns?
Is there a big... I think it's more like... Yeah, there's a lot of set. I mean,
Should be.
if you haven't seen... I'll show you that one real quick. Graphics-wise, like I was just toying with the preset. I went from like low to medium to high and then back to medium. But, I mean, there's, you know, considerable things factored into there. Draw distance, level of objects, so your volume of grass and things like that, textures, the quality of all that, the character textures. I mean, there's not a shortage of like toying around with the game, that's for sure. I mean, they put everything in there, which is not unexpected, seeing that how they did with Days Gone and God of War, right? Again, if it was to hold where this is, Emerson, welcome, and I turned off the settings, I think I could play it just fine. If it's going to hold between 30 and 40, I probably wouldn't notice the difference.
Hold up. Spores.
Wreak havoc. Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, they'll definitely get an optimization patch out. Okay, here's some volumetric kind of fog, right? Like the I guess it would be similar to it, the spores or whatever they're floating around.
There's our culprit.
Body's not that old. Better keep your eyes in.
You should be able to fit through here.
Yeah, they usually do see. Now, I haven't seen one for
Yeah. Damn silly
Resident
phone
Evil
before
4
we get
yet. There was some patch that came out, I think, but not one that I think they would have made any major changes in. Probably like something just an emergency or just something quick.
My mask broke. Don't leave me to turn.
Don't worry, we won't.
Poor bastard.
Oh. Let's see. Once we get to go, there's a couple of zombies or clickers or whatever they want to call them turned coming up, so we can. Oh, here they are. Get a chance to see what that interaction is going to do. Oh yeah, that's right. We have the listing ability as well. That actually does add a little bit of a hit to it. Adding in the extra zombies. Although, again, you turn this off, I'd be hard pressed to really. I mean, obviously you're gonna know it's not in 60, but probably be hard pressed to tell the difference between 30 and 40. Oh, I set him off. Oh, jeez. I guess it'll be fisticuffs. I am seeing a lot. That's what FSR does, though. Boy, you can see it in the dark. Those, like, jagged edges around Joel and that in some of the faster movements.
Let's head back into the city.
Your game is crashing every time. Is there a specific point?
Here, take care of that wound.
Thank you.
Is it Pelaratas 23? Is there a specific point that it's crashing every time, or is it just randomly crashing when you start it up? If it's when you start it up, I'd probably do a local, just check the integrity of the files. If it's happening at a specific point, that's a different thing. Maybe. I don't think there was anything in here. No. There could be, but we're not playing for... I can't remember. The last time I played this all the way through was... Wow, I don't even know. On the PS4, maybe. Most likely... Well, the PS3 is when I first played it, so for damn sure no, it was then, but I don't know if I ever played through it again. Oh, when you're doing the shaders. Okay. Yeah, do a local, I would check just to do like a local file integrity through the properties. See if there's anything there. Otherwise, restart the Steam Deck altogether, maybe.
They weren't expired. That'd be a good idea.
If you haven't even gotten in, you're just like caching the shaders. Yeah. That's what I would guess from those. Mine, it took a long time, and it was... I don't know if it looked like it was crashed at some points because it was moving so slow, but like I said, from 0 to, say, 50%, it took like an hour and 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and it was slow. Yeah, see here, much wider, bigger area. Medium's dropping it down. I think if we change that back, let's get it off, let's put it back to low. Now, obviously, go through and toy with everything, but let's just use the preset right now. There we go. Just to make it quick. 30 to 30s, okay. There's a little slight dip, but not as substantial.
I got it.
Damn it. Plank fell down.
Yeah, I wish that they would start pre-compiling them, Nathan. It's not an uncommon thing, right? I mean, this is... I don't think anybody is doing any too much special work for the Steam Deck just yet. The base is growing considerably, I think, but I don't think it's there enough to make a massive impact, right, to their numbers at this point in time. Oh, we need to find a ladder, right? Or a board. I think it's a board. Is it that board? Oh no, that's where we crawl up. Something down. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, no, of course. It's just normal stuff that you're running into with Steam. You're more than welcome. Hopefully it works for you. Again, I don't think, I mean, unless you're seeing something where it's, you know,
I think I can handle
like a physical like issue with the deck itself, like a power is crashing it, or you know your screen's dying on you. It's probably just going to be one of those two things usually. If you see somebody like me or somebody else playing it, the Steam Decks, there's not enough difference between them, even with the SSD to the whatever the other smaller drive is, to cause that kind of an issue. I haven't even heard of people having issues between the various degrees of Steam Decks on any game, really. Although I have went through an issue with the Steam Deck. I had the original one that I purchased in September. So I had a beta unit. I still have that. That one's never given me a problem. But the original one that I actually paid for, that was delivered to me in May or something like that. It was a 512. The battery actually stopped charging. It took no charge. It wouldn't take a charge any longer. So I had to have them do an RMA and get a brand new one. They never told me what the issue was, so I never really went into it further, but it would no longer charge after about 2 months.
Shut it.
Menus and all that, Nathan, seem fine. Like there's, you know, even, okay, there was a big dip. I don't know what it was. Going into the darker areas, we definitely see, even on the low settings,
Pick up that ammo.
that flashlight causes some impact to the frame rate. It definitely slowed down, though, coming into this building. Let's just see. Yeah, I think port-wise, though, they're covered all their bases. Now, optimized for specific devices, I think that's a big difference.
None of Robert's men.
I think that's where you're going to see a lot of people complain. But in terms of, this is not a cheap port. They went through and they made everything accessible, is what it looks like in the menus. This is not like just toss it over the fence, see what does, right?
Good to go. Come on.
But, you know, I think there's optimization, though, that can
Not
happen.
now, Terrence.
Okay, here's more people, so let's see.
Now, you hear me?
Okay. Can do that.
30s. But it's in an enclosed area. Probably similar to what the beginning was, though.
You touch it, you buy it.
It's us.
Yeah, look at, I mean, any lines you can definitely tell where FSR is toying around. We'll shut off FSR off real fast and
Sorry,
check that
guys.
out.
Didn't realize you two were together. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would probably say, like, you know, if you're not ready to go day one purchase, which probably, if you're only playing on the Steam Deck, probably is the right call, like to hold off.
Don't ask.
I would probably say wait a week and see what it looks like. Let's shut off FSR and just, oh, it's under display. See what happens. I don't expect good things, but, you know, let's see. Oh, did it not take it? Apply. Yes. There we go. Well, there's 30. I mean, it's all low. You can tell big difference there. But it gets rid of some of the some of the stuff that FSR toys around with. It's definitely dipping down. Oh no. Oh, you know what? I still have that. How'd you turn the flashlight off? It's still turned on. Huh, can you not turn it off? Because that was causing, I don't know if being on, that's causing some issues. I can't turn it off. Give me one sec. No, you can't turn it off. Oh, there it is. Nope, right stick. That was just, again, not 100% sure.
I'm looking for Robert. You come through here?
Half hour ago. He went back to the wharf. He's there now.
All right, Jordan. Yeah, you know, that's kind of where I'm seeing it. Right? Just toying around with it here. We're just going through different settings, just seeing what we can change. I had it on medium with like FSR on quality, I think it was. And it was 25 to 30, right? But I would tend to agree with you. It's close to 3 or 30. I've got FSR turned off now just to kind of see what it's doing.
Let us through.
You guys need to turn around and head back if you know what's good for you.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
I'm not going anywhere without Robert.
Bitch, I will bash your skull unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
Fuck this.
Take cover!
Cold as ice.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
I'll cover you. Get the angle on them.
All right, let's sneak around. So 35, 37. But again, it's in these enclosed areas where it definitely helps. Yep, there you go, Tess. Right in the carotid.
Nicely done, Texas.
You too. How the hell did he get all these guys?
If Robert's good at one thing, it's writing blank checks. Let's go put an end to that.
There's our flashlight again. Okay, it's not making as big of a difference. I was thinking, boy, the thing's going to cause a problem, but it's not.
Not going through here.
Oh.
Hey.
Goddamn controller. I need to get an Xbox controller in here. Do I think Steam Deck needs a V2 eventually? Yeah. I think that where we're at right now, a lot of games can play just fine, but it's not going to run. And I think the funny thing is, it's not going to run it. And I don't say this in any way to trigger anybody or get anybody pissed off, but PC gamers are going to be a little bit more sensitive to what the Steam Deck doesn't do than console gamers. And I think what the Steam Deck 1 is doing is bringing a lot of console players to PC games. I felt that the whole time. I see it in the, comments, the games that I published on Steam. I think that you could see that as well, who was coming in to buy it. And I think it's attractive to a lot of console gamers that have always wanted to get into PC, but didn't want to, constantly be worried about like upgrading their GPUs and, their PCs, and they didn't want to outlay that much money. But I think the Steam Deck has gotten people into it. So we see a whole new base of people coming in. I think they're going to be a little bit more accepting, but they're a little bit more challenged at the level of like toying around with things because, console is like an appliance. And that's not to say anything bad about console. I have a bunch of them, right? From PS1 to PS5 and Xbox to Xbox Series S and X and the Switch even. So again, it's not anything bad. It's just you don't really toy around with settings on those. You just turn it on, it runs. Here, there's a lot of toying around that you can do. You need to ask him questions or just knock him out.
Look, buddy, don't do anything
I'll just kill him. I don't think I have to talk to him. Yeah, and there's nothing, again, I think it's great. I think that, you know, console gamers are going to see some pretty amazing things, right, in that sense. But I think there has to be a Steam Deck 2, or maybe different levels of it once, you know, the base is grown. I think that a lot of PC gamers are a little bit maybe not as interested in it, right? Because it doesn't do 60. Everybody's so damn comfortable with everything does 60. Console gamers just got that with the PS5, right? And even then, I think it really depends on the game itself.
Lined him up against the wall and bang, bang, bang.
We're just going to go right in for him. Get him, Tess. There we go. This is running 1280 by 720, so we didn't adjust the resolution at all. We don't even have FSR on right now, just to kind of see. Steam Deck Guru. Well, you might know, but I don't know if it's as poorly optimized as you would say. I don't think there needs to be a Steam Deck 2 right now. I'll say that. I think we're fine there, but this game's, it's not as bad. I mean, I've seen worse. But I'm not going to argue with you. I think that there is optimization they're going to do for it that's going to make it run better on here, for sure. There's just, I mean, there's only so much you can get out of it, though, right? That's the one thing I think everybody probably has to not come to grips with, but understand that it's not a 3090 or 4090, right? It's definitely not that. They're not trying to say it is either. I think 30 frames per second, though, is probably where you should judge it. If it stays there, then great. Okay, let's put it back on some FSR and let's toy around here a little bit. Yes, I agree with you 100%, Steam Deck. Yep, Guru. I agree with that 100%. You can't expect AAA games day one to be top performers right away. But there are certain games that come out that you're completely, like Dead Space was one that it was running fairly well that day, right? Resident Evil 4 running really well that day. You're not going to get 60. I mean, you could on, I think even Dead Space you could, but you had to drop everything down. But like when you get it to the right spot, I think 40 is great. Like I said, I turned off the damn telemetry on Resident Evil 4, played through the whole game, and I was happy as could be. I was able to sit on the couch. Didn't even bother me. I never knew if it went below 30. The game played great. So I think that's part of it. You know, we worry a lot about telemetry data on these devices when you might not need to worry about it as much. But it's, you know, it's obviously what can you turn on and off. So let's see. Since we're using FSR, we're obviously at a rendering resolution that's lower. I don't think it's going to benefit too much to go below, right? Like, really the toying around is going to be, let's try to do graphics. Let's go back to medium. Now, this is where you could really go in depth. This is why I say it's not a cheap port, because they've literally got every option available to toy around with. That's a huge difference than some games, right? And this is what we've seen from other, you know, PlayStation games coming over. They definitely put the work in. Now, do they optimize it right away? No. I mean, obviously, I think that takes a couple days of seeing how the real world uses the game, getting that feedback, because everything that you get from Steam, literally you can see anything that's running, right, that you've hooked in to be able to get like performance metrics. And you can see like 10,000 Steam Decks within the first day playing the game. You can kind of start to pick where you can optimize, or whatever GPU you're using, or whatever it is, right? So what was, let's see, what version of Proton? I'm just using the standard, which it's probably going to be on 7, was it 7.06 or 3, whatever the standard is that it chooses. Dolphin. Let's see. In that case, resolution is surprisingly solid. Yeah. at 900p at least. No, we're at 720p. We could bump it up and see. I could put it on. That's usually what I like to play on, is 1600 by 900. If I'm running the Steam Deck here, but sometimes certain games won't run that. You know what I mean? It can be a little tough for them to do that. Yeah, if we really wanted to dig into, I think you're probably going to be, this is like Digital Foundry area. Let's do, did we try medium and then upping the quality of FSR? Hang on, let's try that. So we were on, no, we weren't on, we tried balanced, I think. Let's see where we're at with quality and medium. Again, we're in enclosed spaces, so let's wait and see. Did we get the key? Yep. Oh, damn. This controller is going to be the end. Oh, sure. Yeah, for emulation, it's hard to beat the Steam Deck. Man, the Steam Deck, in terms of like emulating most games, I agree with you. I mean, I was looking at, what was I toying around with? PS2 emulation or something yesterday. Code Veronica, since you really can't get it. You can get it on PS3, but it's one of those things where, oh, he's coming in here. You only use like 7, 8 watts max, maybe. So, I mean, the damn Steam Deck's going to last 5 hours. 4 to 5 hours at least, let's say that. Oh, God. Use the right button. Where's that other dude? Yeah, so here's an open area. I mean, we're still barely holding it, but 29, 30. And again, these are the areas about this size is what you're dealing with, right? You're not in it's not an open world game. So, I mean, if it can handle it here right now, give it a couple of days. I think they'll have some stuff adjusted for it. There's no rush. I mean, this game, I mean, yeah, there was some pre-order thing. I don't even know what it was, but if you waited this long, you could wait a couple extra days just to see if they make adjustments on the Steam Deck before you buy. And then you do get, like I said, though, the only issue that I ran into that I don't like is, I love Steam's return policy, but this game took an hour and a half from the time it started up till the time the shaders were done and ready to go and you could start playing. Maybe an hour and 20 minutes. So you only get about 40 minutes to see how the game's going to perform before you can't return it. That's the only downside. I'm going to try to get this guy without that guy seeing. Oh, damn, wrong button again. I missed my Xbox controller. Where'd he go? Oh, and I'm not hitting counter either. Oh, that hurts. She get him? Oh, she did get him. Damn. It's good AI. Oh, no, she didn't. He's still up here. Damn it. Oh, now he's down here. Oh, it must have been a separate guy. I didn't see him. Yeah, you got me. This controller is going to get me. Enjoy the game. Completed it again on your PS5 after watching the show. Currently playing God of War Ragnarok 10 hours in. Nice. Montgomery, I think it's dependent upon the person playing, right? But for me, yes. I could play it this way. I'm a little bit more loose about that, right? Like not every game has to be. And I'm not saying like a lot of people do this, but like not every game has to be 60 that comes out for me to play it. I've got a buddy of mine that says that. Like he won't play any game that's not 60 frames per second. I'm not like that. I can play this 30 frames per second. It's holding steady right around there. Yeah, it's fine with me. But I'll say this also, I have a PC rig as well that I can just jump on if I'd get upset about it, but I don't think I would. Would a patch even fix it? Yes. I mean, what a patch will do is it'll optimize some of the specifics for each device or GPU, right? Like there will be like little tricks, things like that, but how much are you looking at? Would this ever do 60 like this? No, I don't think so. Would it do a little bit more, maybe a 10% increase, 3 to 5 frames per second with some optimization, possibly. They probably did a lot of optimization though. I mean, Sony takes their stuff pretty seriously. They're not just tossing things out there. And to see them bringing it over to PC, it's great. I mean, I don't think they want to ruin that. Hi, Young. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate you guys checking it out. Emulation, I would say this. I don't think there's any better device you can get to emulate consoles if you want to do that. This thing will probably, I don't know if it would get to PS4 games, but it's possible, right? With the right team working on it. But Switch for sure in most cases, and then optimization being done for that emulator. PS3 to Xbox to every console before that. I mean, there's no other device that I know of outside of a PC, right? Handheld device, we'll say. I know there's some coming out, but I mean, there's no other device you're going to be able to play every Resident Evil ever made on the same device. And this one you could. Yeah, Brian. Welcome. Here's what we're toying with right now. We've got it, we're playing around, but it's at 1280 by 720. FSR 2.0 with quality set to quality. And then in terms of like the graphics, we were just toying around with the preset. Didn't go in depth on anything, didn't change anything else, but just toying around with like medium to low to see exactly where we're at kind of thing. And it's right around 30 frames per second, maybe 40 if you put it to all low and then start to adjust your quality down a little bit of your FSR. That guy couldn't even see me up there. Yeah, 30 to 40, I think, Montgomery, is where a lot of games, AAA games, are going to run if they get it optimized and get everything set up right. Wonder if we can throw that bottle. Didn't we have a bottle? Yep. Let's see if we can get him to go over here.
Did you hear that? It's probably nothing, man.
And I don't think there's too many people. I mean, I think a lot of people have reasonable expectations. Sometimes you see some funny things that people say in comments, but I think everybody's a little bit like understanding, like, yeah, there's certain level of games that are going to run at 60. Like basically anything that came out 4 years ago and down, would run at 60. Like Cyberpunk, that came out about 3 years ago. You're not going to get 60 with that. Cyberpunk was rough when it first launched not when obviously it was first launched, it was rough, but like on Steam Deck, it was a little tough to say. I thought that guy would come down here, that it was running great, but by the time they got to it, they were doing okay. Where is that coming from? Oh, there's a guy behind us? Yeah, there is. Where did he come from? Hopefully nobody shoots me from behind. Oh, okay. We had something there. Oh, you want to see the temps? Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me 1 sec. Let's see. Whoops. I mean, it's what I thought it would be. It's all going to be in red. All right, we've got one more guy. That was not what I was trying to do. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Oh, she already took him out. Okay, Tess, keep him busy. Shoot him. Oh, he's still alive, too. There we go. I think he was the last one. I keep trying to reload with Y. That's why I throw a punch every time.
Just slow us down.
Yeah, all right.
Let's see. Yeah, the temps, it's harder for me to see right now. Yeah, 80s, I mean upper 80s, that's pretty warm. It's kicking out a lot of air, I mean, that's for sure. The one thing I would be a little worried about is I have had the Steam Deck lock up when the temperatures got a little too high. Not too often. Seems to be running fine right now, but yeah, it's definitely upper 80s. You know, I didn't have a problem with this game, Colin. I went through, beat it, like I said, on the PS3. I thought it was a good story. I don't know. I think a lot of people thought it was much better than I did think, you know, than I looked at it and thought about it, which I wouldn't argue with it. It's a good game. The second one, but it put me off on playing the second one. I never really worried about playing the second one, regardless of the controversies or what everybody else hated about the story. I just was not as big of a fan going into the second one after playing the first one. But again, it's not a bad game. I played through it. I thought it was a good story, but
There's our boy.
I don't know, just certain games speak to certain people, right? That's how it is. The show definitely makes it look really cool. I like the show. I was really impressed with the TV show after playing it. My wife does not play games at all, but she watched that show the whole way through and really liked it. But she was asking questions constantly because how close is it to the game that you played? Because she knew I played this years ago because I had talked about it. It was kind of interesting. Lots of people here on the shipyard. Well, what, five enemies? What's our frames per second right now? Okay, so now we're down into the mid. This is a pretty big area. 25, 24, 26, 27. This is an area that I would say, like, yeah, you know, probably better to drop some stuff down. So where are we at right now with this, with FSR? We're at quality. Let's drop it down to balanced. Let's just see if that makes any difference. 25. It's not making too much of a difference. We have it set on medium, right? You gave it a second chance. I grabbed it for $10 or something like that on the PS5 maybe a month ago, a couple weeks ago, a month ago. I'm going to give it a try. I just haven't jumped into it yet. There was just a lot of games kind of in a row from Steam and Steam Deck that you know, I definitely wanted to jump on and check out. Yeah, you know, Still thinking that I don't like using too much FSR. Like when you go down a little bit, like performance, maybe, but that ultra performance makes everything look horrible. Okay, there's not much that we can do here. It's going to have to be like dropping graphics down to low. And this is where, you know, if we were to sit there and toy around with it, this is where you would see the biggest change probably. So let's see, what's going to have GPU performance impact? Draw distance, so let's cut that down to low. Dynamic object level of detail. Okay. Let's just cut all these down to low here. Let's see if that helps anything. 25, 26, 25, 26. It's still... This is the area, this is kind of the area that I'd be concerned about, because some of your bigger battles, I mean, although it's still hovering within that acceptable range of 30, this is kind of the area that, you know, there are some larger scaled areas with more characters or more enemies in the game. But this is about the largest, as far as I remember, that you normally would run into. Welcome, Chris. What performance are you using? So right now we were just in an area. We got to this area and we just started messing around with it. So we are on FSR 2.0 performance right now, that quality level of performance. And then we're just toying around with some of the graphics in here, because I put it on custom. And I was trying to drop down anything that was a major impact to the GPU down to low. What's that, shadowing? That would probably be one. Yeah, anything to do with shadows. Okay, let's try that now, because the lighting effects are pretty apparent since we're outside. I think I do believe they'll have a patch out within a couple of days for sure. Okay. Yeah, there's not too much that's making a big difference here. But if you can see like Joel's shoulders and his shirt, that's what I hate about FSR. I mean, obviously you love like some of the performance, but yeah, when it starts to, you know, impact some of the character models, that's when I'd rather leave it. Like balanced and quality seem to have much less impact. Okay, once we got into this area here, it was just really that wide open. Like we're by this container, we're starting to get into a different part of the building. It's like at least around the 30, a little bit closer to 30. Oh, wow. If he didn't see me. He saw me. Oh, that hurt. Save your bullets. Oh, what killed me? Did he, like, hit me with the bat by accident? I thought we were okay. No, don't worry about it. English is fine. Completely got you. Yeah, no, I think they'll put a patch out for it in a couple of days. Usually it's like 3, probably by Friday. Since this game launched earlier in the week, you'll probably see a patch come out. That's what it's tended to be. And it wasn't too, you know, it wasn't that they fix every issue. They might address maybe a bigger problem with that. Like maybe they're seeing some bigger problem with like a 3090s or 3080s or some kind of 3000 series GPU of NVIDIA that they've got to address first. And then they'll make adjustments for AMD, right? Or for the Steam Deck or whatever it is. Boy, I almost hit him again.
Nice and quiet.
Okay, there's a guy way over there too. Yep. God, I've got to stop thinking Xbox controller.
Fan out. Bitch. Right there.
Good job, Tess. There we go. Was that it? Yeah, just those guys. So, yeah, being in here, it's starting to bump up a little bit more. It's the draw distance for sure. In some cases, it's taken a little bit more. Was there anything for that? I thought we already turned the draw distance to low. That motion blur volume, we're not really seeing that. Yeah, where was draw distance? Yeah, we have that all the way down, so there's not much we can do with that. I mean, there's not really much we're going to be able to adjust. I think you're just going to see it in certain areas right now. It's going to dip below 30, but there's not, like I said, there are some areas like this size, but there's not a ton of them. But yeah, some of the textures look really ugly though. Oh, where'd that guy come from? I thought he was shooting from afar. He's right behind me and he horrible shot. Yeah, like look at Joel's backpack right there, the patches. They're really blurry. They're not blurry, they're just low quality, right? They're low quality assets. I tried your mate's PSVR 2. Oh, sorry to hear that. Some people can deal with it, you know, with 120 frames per second that they're doing on that. It definitely does have a little bit of a benefit if you have some motion sickness, but if you have a lot of VR motion sickness or you put a VR headset on, you start to really feel like sick right away. Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's not much you can do. The only thing you can do is like quit right away.
Shit. Back, get the fuck back.
We just want to talk, Robert.
We got fucking nothing to talk about.
Put your gun down.
Go fuck yourself.
He's running.
Oh, he threw it for us.
Robert.
I don't know if I'd ever throw a gun, kind of saying I'm out of bullets right away.
Come on, he ran in here.
Where do you run? Oh. Oh, I lost him. I forgot that we had to do it within seconds. What is this? Oh, there we go.
Robert.
Okay, now chase him.
Joel, this way. Come on, he ran in here. We almost got him.
Did he go this way or the other? Oh, damn, he went through the other door. Through
Joel,
here?
this way.
I can't even tell where he's going.
Joel.
There we go.
Hello, Robert.
Yeah, that looks a little rough right there. We've turned some things off.
No hard feelings, right?
None at all.
It's running better, but
God damn it!
We missed you.
Look, whatever it is you heard, it ain't true, okay? I just want to
The
say...
guns. You want to tell us where the guns are?
Yeah, sure, but it's complicated. All right. Look, all right, just hear me out on this. I got...
Fuck. Stop! 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 Ugh.
Quit your squirming. You were saying?
I sold him.
Excuse me.
I didn't have much of a choice. I owed someone.
You owed us. I'd say you bet on the wrong horse.
I just need more time. Give me a week.
You know, I might have done that if you hadn't tried to fucking kill me.
Well, it won't
Who
like
has
that.
our guns?
I can't. Just give me a couple... Ah, fuck!
It's rough.
Who has our guns?
It's the Fireflies. I owed the Fireflies.
What?
Look, they're basically all dead. We can just go in there, finish them off. We get the guns. What do you say? Come on. Yeah, fuck those Fireflies. Let's go get them.
That is a stupid idea.
Damn.
Well, now what?
We go get our merchandise back.
How?
I don't know. We explain it to them. Look, let's go find a Firefly. We won't have to look very far.
Go. Queen Firefly.
Why are you here? Business. You aren't looking so hot. Where's Robert?
That's the Steam user ID. Sorry. I didn't see it until after I looked down.
The guns he gave you, they weren't his to sell. I want them back.
Doesn't work like that, Tess.
The hell it doesn't.
I paid for those guns. You want them back? You're gonna have to earn them.
How many cards
Yeah,
are you talking about?
it's a little. Let's adjust something really fast. See if it. I mean, because it's in game, right? So anything that we change, you can see a difference. Let's jump that back up to medium as the preset really fast. Actually, no. Let's adjust the back up to quality. Yep. Should be like an instant improvement. Still in some areas because depth of field and all that is
Do that?
off.
I'll give you your guns back, then some.
Like Joel looks a hell of a lot better, you know, standing in the background where
I hear the military's been wiping you guys out.
what Tess was in the foreground.
Right about that. I'll show you the weapons.
You can turn it off. Yep,
What's it gonna be?
Colin. Yep. I think you can. Well, let's just. That might be not be right. Let me see. You can turn it down. I did see that setting. Can you turn it all the way off? Let me look. That was motion blur low. You can turn it off. Yep. Depth of field low. Okay. Yep. So let's try it with that off. Oh,
We gotta get out.
I forgot. We jumped right into it. Hey, Stefan. Welcome.
You want this deal? We gotta move. Through here.
Yes, I mean, we're out of that area. We're back into, you know, kind of another with less
Come on.
enemy or no enemies. And we're back up above 30, bouncing into 40, depending upon where we're at. So I think they'll be able to patch some of it. Like I said, you know, a 10% increase would be 3 to 5 frames, possibly in certain areas, you know, across the board. That would be pretty good if they can squeak that out after getting all the data back from, you know, the current devices playing.
Holy shit. Is that your people?
What's left of them? Why do you think I'm turning to you guys? This way.
So why now?
We've been quiet. Been planning on leaving the city, but they need a scapegoat. They've been trying to rile us up.
Like they did.
You're playing right now, Stefan. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, we were bouncing through kind of different areas with it. You know, in some instances it's good. In other instances, like that one area we just went through with had like 5, I think, enemies, maybe 6, in a little bit larger, probably one of the larger areas that you're going to run into them. That's open, and it definitely was dropping into like 24, 25 frames per second. Yeah. Yeah, Dead Space, yes, I saw that. RE4, I almost felt like the demo ran a little bit better. And then they made some adjustment, or they were just really doing something. But RE4, though, you know, I never really had any issues. I gotta admit, I played all the way through it, all the boss battles. Everything was pretty good. And I think I'd have to look at my settings, but probably had everything to low. You know what I mean? Or pretty close to there. I think FSR, I tried to keep it balanced.
That's not your style.
It was like 30 to 40 frames.
Let's get moving.
Hey, Chalice, welcome.
We need to get to that door.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Colorado's. I think that's true. Oh, yours was crashing. Somebody else was, Colorado's. You were saying that yours was crashing too, I think it was. Wasn't it? Yeah, there's been some folks, but I don't think it's, like I said, I don't know. I think theirs was crashing on the, just the shaders caching. That's where they saw it crashing. But again, I don't think there's much difference from one device. Now, do you have it on, and I don't know if this is a question relevant to it or not, but I have mine installed to the SSD drive, or the main drive, right? I don't have it installed to a micro SD. Could that be where yours is?
You picked the wrong day to screw with us.
I think I can get this guy.
Who's there?
Oh, I think the one guy saw it.
On your left.
Oh, he didn't see it. Yep, he saw us now. I was going to say, I got away with it. Did not.
Good shot.
He's got the ammo. That's the one thing. I'm not very good at stealth games. Or at stealthing. I was surprised how much stealth was in Resident Evil 4.
Negative. Search the perimeter.
Flank them. Well, I've got 3. You guys have 2. You're not going to flank very well. Oh, I missed him. Oh, there is a third guy. Should benefit. Yeah, I don't know if I. Oh, jeez. I wouldn't probably ever run a brand new modern game on the micro SD card. I don't even run them on my PC rig. I won't run them on a hard drive that's not an SSD when they come out. I mean, pretty much it's a requirement in some case. Well, not a requirement, but you know, with Dead Space, it was like certain areas when you loaded into it wouldn't even show up. But after a few seconds, if it wasn't on SSD, because they were streaming it from there. So you've got it on the SSD and you're still having problems. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I don't really know like what could be different to cause some people to have crashing issues and then to have, you know, I never had it crash. It hasn't crashed once. And I mean, you can see the temperatures. They're pretty high right now.
Damn it, they got Warren.
It's you know, it's at least, it's not, you know, always running 30. It's kind of close, but it's definitely not crashing.
More soldiers on the way.
You're right. Let's move.
All right. Where's she want to go now?
Not much further now.
Down to here, what, 30? Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what we'd expect.
Go on.
I haven't seen too many areas. There was one point where it dropped down to like 10 or 12 frames. I don't know what was going on there. Actually, you know what?
Where are we going, Merlin?
I'm pretty sure I have it set to, oh wait, I can do it from here. Hang on. Pretty sure I have it set to not download in the background. That can always do something. Whoops. We don't want downloads, we want settings. Downloads. Yeah, so it's not downloading while we're playing. So I was thinking, well, that can always cause some effect, but it's not doing it.
I'm running on fumes, but I'll make it. The place is right up ahead.
But yeah, like in the city part here, where there's walls and there's no real things to draw, like nothing in the background that they have to load too far. 30, 40. This is what, if it plays like this through the whole thing, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. After, you know, they do some updates, patching, or whatever they need to do. I'm not blaming it on the cheaters this time. I hope not. Given that it took an hour and a half to load them.
Come on now. Get on up.
Fuck away from her!
Let her go.
Okay, so the 64, yeah, that is a different type of drive, right?
She's not one of mine.
Oh, shit. What happened?
Don't worry, this is fixable.
Yeah, I don't have one of the 64. I have a 256 and a 512. So same as you have, Colin.
Well, then I'm staying.
Ellie, we won't get another shot at this.
We're smuggling her.
There's a crew of Fireflies that'll meet you at the Capitol building.
That's not exactly close.
You're capable. You hand her off, come back, the weapons are yours. Double what Robert sold me.
Speaking of which, where are they?
Back in our camp.
We're not smuggling shit until I see them.
You'll follow me. You can
Yes, I do have cryo utilities running. I didn't say that before, but yes.
But she's not crossing.
I have it set up on the deck.
I want
And it does have the 4 gig,
Shit, I'm not
Ellie.
4 gig RAM allotment or whatever.
How do you know them?
I was close with his brother Tommy. Said if I was ever in a jam, I could rely on him.
Was that before or after he left your little militia group?
He left you too. He was a good man.
Look, just take her to the North Tunnel and wait for me there.
Jesus Christ.
Just cargo, Joel.
No more talking. You'll be fine.
I will say the adjustment that we made,
Now go with him.
putting on balance, makes these cutscenes a little more bearable. That performance,
Stay close.
it's rough.
Let's go.
Well, you couldn't even install this game on the 64 gig. It takes, what, 76 gigabytes? Something like that. You would have to go micro SD. That's why I kind of wonder why they put that option out there. It seems just a little, like 128 would have been the bare minimum I think I would have put a game out at. Or a system out, like a drive in one of these. You've got a 1 terabyte SSD. That's what I have the 512, and then I've got a 1 terabyte SSD. I haven't made the leap to spend whatever the amount of money is for the big boy 4 terabyte drive or whatever SSD, M2 drive or whatever. Oh, is this it? There we go.
Down here.
I've seen some people putting those in, and I'm like, wow. That's a hell of a cost. I put a 2 terabyte one in my PS5 around Christmas time. I was like, oh, sure. I'll spend it was actually like October, I think it was. And I was like, well, that's reasonable. But it was like $200. So it was like $100 per terabyte. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, 64 is pretty useless. Well, I mean, obviously it's to bring them in at a lower cost, but it's definitely useless in comparison to, like, this game couldn't even fit on it. I don't think that you could get Dead Space on a 64 gig. So any of the newer games just are not even going to fit on them. Where are we jumping up to? Oh, right over here. Yeah, well, what is this? This is like what do they call these? A half size M2 drive or quarter size? They're definitely more expensive than the normal ones you can buy for like the PS5. PS5s, if you couldn't get a 2 terabyte for $200, I wouldn't buy it. Have I played Red Dead? Yes, Red Dead runs great. It should be there. Yeah, it's there, I think. Once we get to the cutscene here, I can find it for you.
This tunnel, you use it to smoke.
Yeah, Red Dead's one of the great games. I mean, I don't know if there's a better game to play on the Steam Deck than Red Dead Redemption 2. That thing is amazing. And it runs great. And it's... I don't even know how many hours of gameplay you would have in hundreds.
You're friends with the leader of the Fireflies. What are you, like, 12?
She knew my mom, and she's been looking after me. And I'm 14. Not that that has anything to do with anything.
So where are your parents?
I did not like the girl. Well, initially when the show came out, I did not care for the girl that played Ellie. But by the end of the show, she's awesome. She's perfect for the role. I don't know why it was. Just something threw me off of the way she
I don't know why. To be honest with you, I give
she looked so different from Ellie in the game, but oh, wrong button again. I keep hitting the Xbox X. This is a X on the top. Here, I can find that really fast.
What are you doing?
killing time.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I am sure you will figure that out.
Your watch is broken. mumble in your sleep.
There's the Red Dead
Bad dreams.
Redemption 2 video of it running. Now that was like one of the first ones that I did, so it runs better than that even. Yeah, she was too cocky at first. Yeah, maybe that was it. I don't know what it was, yeah.
You know, I've never been this close to the outside. Look how dark it is.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely in certain areas it runs just fine, and depending upon your level of like you know, like what you consider like quality in terms of graphics. And I'm not saying this in any other way, just being, you know, completely transparent with it. I think it runs great. I mean, I'm not too upset. There were some areas that we went into. There was one major one where there's a lot of enemies or more enemies, and it's a bigger area. And it was like 25, 26 frames per second. But, you know, here, most of the game we've seen over 30, easily 30 to 35, maybe even upwards to 40 in some of the areas where you're more enclosed. And that's a lot of the game.
I think it's a bit strange that they're having us do their smuggling.
I didn't even know she played in Game of Thrones until after I looked her up. I didn't know who she was. But yeah, that was...
Lost a lot of men.
Good character for her.
Yeah, let's just hope there's someone alive to pay us.
It's possible, Jonathan. 30 frames cap could go a long way. Again, I don't know. I would expect that, you know, Resident Evil 4 ran somewhere between 30 and 40 the whole way through the game. And I was fine with that. Like 30 frames is just fine for me on the Steam Deck. Being able to sit and relax. Now I did have to plug it in a hell of a lot. You know, 1.5 hours is about what I was getting. Oh, do I have to turn the generator on? Yep. 1.5 hours on Resident Evil 4 is what I was getting. That's what you should expect on this game too. It is, I already saw it when I was looking at it. Oops. There we go. Because it's like 26 to 27 watts all the time on this game. So you're about 1.5 hours at the max.
Who's waiting for us at the drop-off?
That's funny stuff. I mean, yeah, it's not hard to believe, right? Like, there's actors that are really good. They don't need to see that. Like, who was it? The guy that voiced Carlos in Resident Evil 3, like the remake. He never played the game, never saw Carlos, never knew how he played. It was the direction he was given, and he was great in the game. In you know, as a voice actor, kind of, she goes a completely different way, but I mean, I can see that actors, if they're good, they don't need to see the medium beforehand. It probably screws them up. Let's see. Go through here. Now, this is kind of funny. This is a nice enclosed area, but the frames have definitely taken a hit. I think it's just... Maybe there's... Look at that moth. You can't even tell what the hell that is. There's a moth flying around. It was so close it looked just like pixels. Pretty good quality right there. But yeah, it's a lot of detail or shining off the rocks that's causing the frame rates to drop in here. Her age. I think that's kind of funny. Isn't she like 19? Something like that? I thought she was like a teen, she's like 18 or something like that. Or is she actually like 14? I don't see much difference in there. It's just, yeah, the frame rate. Maybe it's because Ellie's with us that the frame rates dropped. We're having to take on another character model. Now we're out of there. It's back up over 30. Huh. I don't know. Something weird. You know, it was dark, though. We saw that in the original, like when we first walked through that, the area where we ran into the two clickers, or whatever they are, zombies, clickers.
Watch your step.
With the flashlight running, it definitely took some frames away. Hi, Riley. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, no, it's definitely playable.
This rain ain't gonna do us any good.
I mean, this is probably and I hate to throw that out there. It looks better than the PS3, but it probably plays at the same frame rate as the PS3 right now, right? Like where we're at, and without any optimization or anything being done, no patches. It's probably like for sure PS3 frame rates. Well, PS4 even. Again, I think it's comparable to the PS4. I don't want to make it sound like, oh yeah, we're playing a game that's 12 years old and we're only getting 12-year performance. They've definitely upped the graphics of the game, right? But the performance right now, I think, is varying because, you know, there's maybe some areas where they can optimize. But I would suggest like PS4 quality.
Don't do anything stupid.
Maybe not PS4 Pro or surely not PS5, but I mean like the original PS4 quality. I think this is probably comparable to the frame rates that they would get.
Put your hands on your
It was varying degrees, right? Like it would bounce between 24 and 40 a lot on there.
For 3 stragglers. Understood.
Look the other way.
Ellie's 14 in this. Yeah, no, you're right. She is 18. That's what I was thinking. We were talking about the actress that played Ellie in the TV show or the series. She's not messing around.
Fuck. I thought we were just gonna hold him up or something.
Oh, shit.
When you knife him in the leg, you don't hold him up.
Jesus Christ. Marlene set us up? Why the hell are we smuggling any...
No. It's not your bad at all. We were just talking about a separate thing, which would be considered.
I can explain.
We were talking about her age in the game.
Look at this.
I don't care how you got infected.
It's 3 weeks old.
No, everyone turns within 2 days, so you stop bullshitting.
It's 3 weeks. I swear. Why would she set you up?
I ain't buying it.
Oh boy.
Tess.
It is a good story. It's a damn good story. I will say that. The original one had a good story. It was not enough to keep me interested in it to say like, oh, it's... Yeah, well, let's say that. It wasn't bad enough to where I wasn't happy with it, but it was one of those things where it's a good story. It just wasn't interesting enough to me to keep playing and look for like the second game. Look forward to the second game, but
When I give you the
I
signal,
will say it's gotten better as the game's gotten better as they've adapted it. You know, each iteration, remake. Oh, Joel, come on! Don't walk in the light.
Stay away from those lights.
I was saying about Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 4, the remake. The amount of stealth in that game now is just really crazy. It turns into like Splinter Cell. You can get through a lot of the areas without with taking them out by just the knife and not even shooting. It's wild. Later parts of the game, not as much. But in the early parts, you don't have to use much ammo at all. And that's what this game, I mean, a lot of it is, if you're good at it, stealthing through it. Joel can't even see. There we go. Yeah, even though we're in an enclosed area, we definitely take a frame rate hit.
I see him.
The rain is obviously 17. Drop down there a good bit.
Anything down there? Are we sure they came this way?
Unless we're told otherwise, we just keep scanning.
Stay down, don't let him see you.
I don't even know where the hell they are. I better get across. Oh, oh, oh. Almost saw me.
You see anything?
Clear back here. How's it look up ahead?
So far, so good.
Yeah, no, Young. It's definitely one of the better. Well, I mean, there's a lot of good games that run on Steam Deck, but I mean, for being like a AAA, like big blowout game, like they were able to get that one running amazingly well, and it wasn't a lot of work on Rockstar's part. You know what I mean? They just had a good quality game to start off with. Yeah, it's definitely. I agree. It definitely felt like the original, but yeah, there was nice features, nice updates, quality of life stuff as well. Crouch is a big quality of life thing, but yeah, a lot of good things about the game that they did in that. I'm really happy with Capcom.
I hear him up ahead.
Blue Pikmin. Are you talking about? Last of Us running rough on PC, on good PCs? It was kind of funny. What game was that we were playing? Was it RE4 Remake? No, it was one before that. That was running rough on PC, but it was running decent on Steam Deck. It was really kind of wild. Oh, no, sorry. It wasn't running great on Steam Deck, but it was running, and that was Wild Hearts. That was the game. That one was like playable on Steam Deck. I say playable in a rough sense, but it was running where a lot of people couldn't get to run on their big PCs for some reason or another. So yeah, I have seen some weird stuff like that. Probably more due to like AMD proficiency or something like that than anything. So I think a lot of people still, there's a ton of AMD machines out there. I still think NVIDIA has like the leadership position for now. Come on, Joel.
Down there.
Come on, Ellie.
Yeah, but see, in the rain, the reflection, stuff like that, I mean, I think that's what's causing the frame rate dips now, because we're definitely well below where we were. We're in the 20s,
Ain't spotted us yet.
below the 20s, the teens even in some areas.
It's too many tests.
Let me do one thing while we're in here. Let's go in and change. Oops. Let's just put everything to low. Let's just drop back down to low across the board. I mean, not that we're far from it, but not ultra. There we go. And then let's back up one. Display. Let's drop that down to like balanced. And let's just see, because yeah, a lot of what we're probably being impacted by are definitely the reflections, the lighting, and then the rain. So there's upper 20s, mid to upper 20s. Let's look at their flashlights again. Can we see it?
Oh, shit. They're in here with us. See if we can distract them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely running a little bit better with these settings, but I mean, obviously, you get those shoulder. Ooh, you almost saw me. Oh, hopefully it wasn't because I turned my light on. They probably heard it.
Don't lose sight of him.
I'm hoping they'll be okay.
You got visuals? Negative. Keep looking.
See if that gets them off of our back.
That's gotta be him. Yeah, I heard it too.
Oh.
Nice field.
I didn't think he would see that. FSR, you got it on quality? Yes, I moved it to, or no, I put it to balanced. So FSR 2 is on balanced stuff on. Do we gotta take them all out? I don't think so.
Through here, come on.
We don't have to take any of them out if we can get around it. Okay, good. Yep. Go back and look. Check out on your buddies. I think we got away. Did we go down this way?
Tess, you got any idea which way?
Looks so different.
I think you get into an area where you're in a building, right? There we go. 28, 30.
Where this leads.
Definitely dropping it down helped compared to what it was. I don't think, if I was playing this though, yeah, I'd probably just find the suitable solution and not worry about it.
Close.
You know, when I start to play it all the way through, I'll probably just stick with whatever we find is the best here kind of all around and just forget about it and leave it. Looks like a PS3 game. I don't think, or a PSP game. It's definitely not that bad. Did my light go out? Oh, there it goes. But with, I will say with FSR, it definitely takes and adds, well, it takes stuff away so you can play it. But I mean, you can definitely notice it.
Report back to Sector 11.
I don't think they see us.
Acknowledge. Get to your vehicle.
Stay in the shadows.
I think we're good. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of stealth either. Well, I'm not good at stealth, so I know what you mean. Like Splinter Cell at a time was awesome, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because it takes more time to play through. Because if you screw it up, like Agent 47, if you're playing, you know, what is it, Assassin's World or whatever they call it now, Hitman, Assassin's World. I love that game, but oh man, it's so punishing when you start to screw it up. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in there. Okay. Where are we going? Yeah, but right now we're at 32. I don't know. We'll see what it does in about 5 days once they get those patches out. Yeah, you don't find too many.
This pipe. I think we can make it through here.
Stay very close, though.
I did. I had a chance. Is it square still? I think it's square. Well, I know it was Crystal Dynamics or whoever is it now, I can't even remember. But Hitman, World of Assassination or Assassins, that game was really good. They sent that key over, and it ran amazingly well on the Steam Deck. If you haven't tried it, it's one to check out. I sat and played it for good many days. And the new mechanic the new kind of way they build it is really cool.
What was the plan?
It's like, reminds you of some kind of Destiny type scenarios that they have.
Marlene, she said that they have their own little quarantine zone with doctors there still trying to find a cure.
Yeah, we've heard that before, huh, Tess?
And that
Yeah, Colin, I know what you mean. I did play it though. It was fun.
Oh, Jesus.
The way you do the missions, and it's not you. I mean,
Sure she did.
Hey, fuck you, man. man. I didn't ask for this.
Me neither. Tess,
In that World of Assassins game, I think you get like Hitman 1, 2, and 3,
I can't.
What
all
if,
remastered in the new
Come this
engine.
far, let's just
And then you
finish
also get that whole new game mode where it's like you're taking on missions and you get paid for the mission, and then you come back and you build your base. It's really cool. It's kind of an interesting concept. Poor Joel's like, nobody ever listens to me.
This way. If we cut through downtown, we can hit the Capitol building by sunrise.
We hope.
I forgot how long Tess is in the game. She actually is in it for a little bit. Yeah, they loaded it down with content. It's a lot of content. I mean, it's nice that they well, I wouldn't say they remastered it. I mean, it's in the new engine that they're using. So like Hitman 1 and 2 are like all kind of fresh again with that. It's not like they remade it though. They didn't change those areas.
I guess this is what these buildings look like up close.
Those girlfriends on the phones. Yeah, I know. I got a wife. Let's see. So that was Hitman World of Assassins, right? That's what it's
Kill
called.
as much of the infected as possible. It worked.
Let me make sure that's correct. There is a video in there if you look for it that shows the gameplay. It's Hitman 3 World of Assassinations. It was kind of funny. They were like, "Oh, you need to call it," when they gave me the code and all this to do the video. They were like, "Oh, you got to call it Hitman World of Assassination," but in Steam it's called Hitman 3. I don't know. They were trying to rebrand it, but maybe it didn't go so well. But it's really good. And I don't know, as Stefan said, you can probably get it on a good sale.
Sounded pretty far away, though.
I think it's $70 if you buy it like now. Well, because everybody got on that kick once somebody raised the price to $69 and saw that they could sell games. Everybody who was at $59 started raising their prices to $69. So World of Assassinations got picked up in that. But the summer sale's coming, mid-June? You're probably going to see it for like 25 to 40% off, be my guess.
Quite a drop.
Yeah, I don't think we want to do that. Let's turn our light on. It's still dark. We're in the wrong area. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's a lot of content. Yep. Yeah, I guess there's part of that downside where you can overload players with like so much stuff to go do, right? And they go like, oh, Destiny kind of became, well, I don't know. I used to love Destiny. I played it all the time. Have a lot of friends that played it. We knew a lot of, well, I didn't personally know them, but the people I played with knew the people at Bungie, so they would play with us. So got to, play a lot of that. And yeah, Destiny's one of those ones that are games as a service, just so much content constantly. I think World Assassinations, they did it right. They just gave you a lot of content, but you got to figure your way through it, which is kind of the downside. Hey, Max M, welcome. Oh, another dead one. Yep. Yeah, I think they did something where they included World of Assassinations with a purchase of the DLC or something like. I can't remember how the deal was set up. Wow, that's a hell of a drop there too. Yeah. Yeah, it's a brand new game. Essentially, you know what I mean? Like the amount of work they did with that new engine makes everything feel brand new.
Jeez. What's wrong with his face?
That's what years of infection will do.
So what? Blind?
Sort of. They
see using sound. Like bats? Like bats. If you hear one clicking, you gotta hide. That's how they spot you.
There we go. Let's see. There is some bad guys in here, right? They're like
Fall apart.
scavengers or something.
Watch your head.
Oop. Come on, jump over. There we go. Oh, the whole building. Where we live, in the mountains of the Cascade Mountain Range, we actually do get a lot of, a lot of tremors, small earthquakes, things like that. But when a bigger one does come through, you feel it just like that. It's like, oh, the whole building, the whole house moves. God, I hate this controller. I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm sitting there tapping Y, and it's actually the X because it's this. I don't think I have a
You all right?
It's nothing.
an Xbox controller in here. Maybe I do. I don't know if it's hooked up to the Steam Deck or not.
Oh, that was intense.
It's driving me nuts, though. I can put up with it, but I really like Abedo's controllers. This Ultimate one's really nice, but because it's set up for the Switch and not the X controller, it's just, or X input, it's just, I don't know. It'd be nice if they came with like swappable buttons that you could go in and just change them out. It does really cause some issues. Oh, look at her leaning. That's funny. She's like leaning like that. She's walking uphill.
Patch yourself up.
No, thanks. Oh yeah, Tsushima's great. I haven't played it on PC. I played it on the PS5. X is the top button. Did you play, Colin, did you play like the in black and white? Like ancient feudal Japan, black and white? That's how I played the game from the beginning. I never played it in color. I've seen people play it. It looks pretty amazing, but I just chose to like do the old movie design on it, and yeah, it's fantastic. Do we got to go up here? Yep. Maybe not. Oh, there's supplies though. Is that the way we have to go? Grab the supplies, don't hit them. X. Kurosawa mode, yeah. Yeah, Tsushima was, I mean, it was, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was an amazing game. I know some people didn't care for it, but overall, yeah, I thought it was really solid. No, I guess we don't go that way. I thought we were going up into the ceiling to get to the next room. Never mind. I think we just hop over something or go through a door. Res V, you mean
Let's get the hell out of here.
Last of Us? Yeah, it's kind of funny. We're going through certain areas. Sometimes the performance is really good in the dark. I've noticed that when we've gone through areas that were completely dark and you have to use the flashlight and you've got rain mixed in with it, we're definitely seeing like mid-20s. But there were spots where we were outside and we're not hopping down there, we're going through this door, that we were in the 30s to 40s. And it was, pretty solid. It has been varying degrees though. So are they supposed to come over here? There we go.
Just see if there's a way through.
Did they already put a verification on it?
It's clear. Come on.
I know when I looked at it today, they hadn't verified or put any kind of information out on it officially.
Come on,
It's not verified yet. I didn't think it would be. Yeah, usually it takes them 3 days to do that, especially for a big game. Well, maybe a little bit less for a bigger game, but I mean, I could tell you that the stipulations that Steam goes by for a verified game, this game would be verified because it's like it has to automatically default to the current Steam Deck frame rate or resolution. It has to support controller. It has to have the keyboard enabled. These are like the official, like the way they actually verify it. It doesn't mean performance 100% of the time. Just so you know. That's what I was going to say. It has a question mark still. It takes them a couple days. That was the reason why I started doing the Steam Deck games, was because I had 4 games available on Steam, and only one of them ever had any kind of verified status, but it was not verified. It was playable. But the other 3 were never like officially rated. So that was part of the reason I decided to start doing this. I never thought people would be tuning in to check it out, so it was just a pleasant surprise. Oh, I believe they do. Definitely, Stefan. I mean, they have vested interest in it, just like Valve had a vested interest in making sure like Elden Ring was polished, right, when it came out and would be able to run. They were definitely looking to use them as, I don't know, flagships. See if that clicker will go that way.
That's our way out. Over the scaffolding.
Over the scaffolding? What are they talking? Oh, that's right. They can't see, so it doesn't really matter. Is Ellie coming? There she is. Yeah, that's true. There are some games, Brian, that do get verified. Resident Evil, I think. Was RE4 verified prior to launch? It might have been.
Shooting my pants? Fine.
Let's go.
The stairwell's blocked. Should we go back up?
Nope, we're going to jump right over.
Oh boy.
There we go. Halo on the the Master Chief Collection, yep, on deck. Yeah, I mean,
No, ladies.
what Halo, the only thing that isn't verified is the online or something like that, right? You can't play online. Or maybe you can now, I don't know. It was a long time ago that I think I took a look at that one. Yeah, Elden Ring did run really well on the Steam Deck. It was kind of funny.
This is crazy.
Just don't look down.
Are you serious?
Could you imagine? I don't think I'd be on this thing.
What could possibly go wrong?
The clicker would have got me. Or the guys shooting at me. I'll have Joel just walk around on it. Oh, there's 2. Wow.
Come on, Ellie. Yeah. Don't look down. Just don't look down.
See, we're outside of that
We gotta
building, and now we're back up into the 30s, even though we're still raining and it's darker. Just got the ViewSonic 16-inch portable OLED monitor. That's awesome. Kevin, I love that they've got like little OLED monitors out now for those, like the portable, you know what I mean? I think it's a really cool idea. I could see that. I had a setup. I have one setup. I've never really recorded. I kind of thought, I don't know, a couple months ago, I thought about like, oh, I might record gameplay and just put out gameplay like full game playthroughs. It takes a long time, obviously, but I bought this device. It's like a little monitor, and it's also like a recorder. It's used for cameras, like film cameras, where you'd mount it up there and you could record it at different, like say 1080p instead of 4K, right, at the same time. So you could have it for a different reason. I don't really know, I'm not a film buff, why you would have it, but it's a neat little device. But it's like that, right, in that sense. But it's a much smaller screen. It's only it's about the size of the Steam Deck screen. It's just a secondary screen. I have it set up on my, I have it set up on my, I have a bike, desk bike kind of thing. I don't know, maybe one day I'll record on there. What I play on here, so 16 inches is perfect. I do agree, Stefan. I'm actually playing on a 32, but, because of the streaming software, the screen's maybe only slightly bigger than a 16. It might be a 19 or something like that, widescreen. But yeah, you can buy them that are pretty nice. They have batteries. I've seen so many different variations of them. This way. Uh-oh. I do have a knife though, right? Oh, that wasn't a clicker though. I thought it was. I want to save that knife. Let's see. 129 for that 16-inch. Not bad. I don't know what they go for anymore. I bought one a long time ago. I think I paid more than that, though. Now that is a clicker, right? Yeah. This is not, though. Oh, has a power pass through? Oh, so you can have them both. That's the ideal thing. Yeah, somebody was asking. Oh, we're kind of screwed. Oh no, we're okay. Nope, we're screwed. That's one thing. Somebody was asking about how to do that, and I said, well, your options are like a Steam Deck dock or one of the mini third parties, or like a multi-tap kind of USB-C. But if you've got a monitor that you can pass power through, that's cool. That's an interesting idea, because then all you do is just have a Bluetooth controller or whatever, and it's an all-in-one kind of solution. That's a really cool idea. I didn't even see that there before. Still try to do stealth. We could probably do with healing here. See where they come out of. Oh, there's the... Is it one or two clickers? It's two. No, it's one. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Oh, the clicker had ammo. Sure, we'll take that. Wasn't there somebody? Yep, they had ammo too. Uh-oh. Oh. That lead pipe will do it. I like that. Not amazing sound. Yeah, I could see that.
All right, come on down.
Press, Joel.
Let's just get out of here.
Hi, Alman. Yeah, we were talking about the optimization a little bit earlier. There's definitely some that they can do, even for the Steam Deck. Like in this building, we've seen the lowest, probably coming into it, like into it and then through it. But then you get on the outer edges and then it goes back up. So it's definitely something to do with like reflection, shaders, and shadows. This way. No, we don't need that. Come on, Joel.
All right, Tess, go.
I was gonna say, do I gotta keep holding it?
Here, this'll work.
Okay. Oh, they're doing so. I was gonna say, did Joel have to keep holding it? There it is. Yeah, like the FSR right there, you can see kind of those lines where they just, as we pass over them, they just get the jaggy edges. But we'll keep it on for the time that we're in here. I think once we get out of this, like if we get outside of the building, obviously frame rate will go up, and then I think we'll also see more frames per second once we stop and get out of the dark and the rain, which is a lot of the game, though. I mean, as far as I remember, there's a lot of areas where you're either dealing with rain or darkness, but your areas are more compact, like this.
Yeah, let's get to it.
This way.
Get through here. Watch your back.
I think we're just going straight down.
You want to take it easy.
You're the one always going
Yeah, see, the further we've gone down,
And you always brush me off.
well, I don't know.
I believe it when I see it.
How are we getting out of here? Maybe I went too far down. Okay, I see the wall. Is that an edge? No, that's not an edge. Must have went the wrong way. Where do we go? Oh, through here. Or is this the way we came? Hell, I got turned around. I'm not sure. Oh, I just fell right back down to where I was. Okay, but then there's this. Isn't there a way out this way? It might be right behind me. Yeah, there it is. This is it. Pretty sure. Yeah, I think that they'll get a lot of this stuff, that we're gripping about. They'll have it taken care of. I mean, again, I think that expectations have to be like, oh, it's going to be certain frames per second, maybe 30. Maybe that's what it is, but, they'll get it fixed in areas where it needs to be 30. Now, we just came through this area, didn't we? No, this doesn't look like the same area. Oh, yeah, it does. This is the way we came down. The shaders. Yeah, the shader loading time is ridiculous. I know what you're saying. That's funny. Okay, they're up here, so that must be the way we were going. Takes them to figure out where to go. I was lost. Okay, now where are we going? I don't think we're going anywhere. We're going in a circle. I can't figure it out. I can't remember which way we go. Because we came from up here. Oh, maybe I just keep falling down that hole. That's the issue. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Finally. Jeez.
Tess, down here.
Only thing on deck that annoys you is if you don't use it for 2 to 3 days, you have over 2 terabytes of shader updates. Yeah, you know, Steam's always been, as we all know, Steam's always been good about having like an update. I remember when the client used to update like every day. I mean, it's a little bit less now. Not the Steam Deck, but the regular Steam client would update like every day. Every time you turn it on, there was an update. We'll put that away.
Look at his sleeve. Firefly.
Yep. These guys aren't doing well in or out of the city.
Maybe this way? Uh-oh.
Over there, Sam.
Shit. God, we're almost out. Okay, Joel, you take point. I'll watch the rear. Ellie, no matter what, you stay right on his heels. Sure. You stay sharp.
I got it.
Oh, this is where she gets bit, I think. If you imagine... Yeah, thank you. Hang on one sec. Oh, I broke that, didn't I? Yeah, no, thank you, Polaris. That's very kind. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, where's Ellie? She was supposed to be right behind me. She's not even with us. I don't know where she went. Oh, here she is. Okay, just keep moving through. Up and over.
This way. Almost out of this. Come on.
Boy, those clickers do make a hell of a sound, don't they? Okay, Joel, I think you need to get that somehow, right? I don't think Joel's vertical's that good, so I figured she had to be involved.
Hey. Come on.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm just happy you guys are here and checking it out. It's always fun to sit there. I mean, like I said, where I live, this is the most amount of people I talk to at any one point in time.
Everyone okay?
Yes.
So having folks to talk to on the chat, that's awesome.
It's called luck. And it is gonna run out.
All right. I think we're out of the danger zone. No, and I mean, the community's been really good. I mean, as far as I can tell you, like Reddit. Nothing against Reddit, but it's the Steam Deck community on Reddit is actually really, really good. They come up with all the fixes. I will say that. I'm impressed. What I remember of Reddit was not as kind and not as helpful. How about this way? Let's see, just I can hear one over to the right. So in here, I mean, again, it stopped. They've stopped using, well, I don't know specifically, but they've stopped using the rain effect. And we're kind of in a more enclosed area, and like the frame rates have come up. I don't know if I scoot around this guy. Like, he's not seeing me, which is good. Oh, I can't do that. Not yet. There we go. They look like they were police or bank security guard. Oh, they were police. Yep. All right. Now we need this.
Here we go.
I kind of want us to get to at least the area where... Not that I want Tess to die, but at least until Tess is... We're at the end of the chapter, Tess passes away, and then we would jump into the next area. And see what that looks like, because we've been in here a good bit. What is it? The Capitol building, I think. That's what they were heading towards. I bet there's stuff in here. A little bit. Oh, good luck on the phone. That's a pretty... Is that the S23 is like their most recent one, right? I used to work hand in hand with Samsung and like AT&T and all those guys. I knew every phone because we were developing games for it, but for different, for Android and iOS and stuff like that, but I don't even keep up with them. I have a, whatever the most recent iPhone was, like a 14, but I used to keep track of like all Android and all of that stuff. Yeah.
You got something on your shoe.
That's funny.
Okay, how do we get out of this place?
Let's find out.
Not 100% sure. I was just saying, I'd like to see the next area, right? In that sense. I mean, I've got nothing else going on. Yeah. So. Oh, okay, here's the upgrade thing. I forgot there was upgrade benches. Like holsters. I don't really think we've got much here. I mean, frame rate's on up for this. That's good. Let's see. Reload capacity, fire rate. So that's the main items. It's not like you can't make them more powerful like you can in Resident Evil. How about we've got some parts, so let's just because we can't do the holster, right? Yeah, it's locked. Because we don't have like hide or something like that, if I remember. Let's throw this up. 1,450 euros insured. But insurance won't pay out. No kidding. Isn't that why they do insurance? How do they get away with it? Did you buy it through like a carrier, or is that something where it's like a plan through like a retailer shop kind of thing? You think that they would have to stand by it. Like 2 weeks is not uncommon, right? Like people break their phone like the day they walk out of the store sometimes. I would think that insurance is made to cover that. Where do we have to go? Maybe down this way. Oh, there's the door. Oh, pounds. Sorry, I couldn't see the indicator. It's not as big as I'd like it. So 1,450. That's expensive phone. Like that's in dollars, probably what, $1,800, $1,900. Sorry that worked out that way for you. I have not done anything with power tools, no. Jamie, I haven't messed with power tools on it. We've just been playing with just the basic like cryo utilities setup, and then toying around with the in-game settings. So basically whatever somebody potentially would do, like if they were buying the game and they just threw it on their Steam Deck. You know, cryo utilities, obviously you have to go a little bit, but it's a simple install, nothing to mess with. Store won't do anything that they don't care about it at all. That's a shame.
Ah, shit. Sorry, that was me.
Tess.
Sorry.
Come on, stay close to me.
So now we're into the 30s, though, in the building.
Hundreds of years old.
Yeah, it's so funny. You get like different. There's not as much like reflective stuff, though. Right? You're not. That seems to be like one of the things that was impacting performance. That does seem like theft. I will say that, Colin. That does not seem like, I mean, isn't there like a government agency or something like that consumer protection?
All right, watch your head.
I mean, here, I guess in the U.S. we would have varying degrees of like local to like state to, well, not really local so much. Well, the Better Business Bureau kind of thing. That's not government. But like the state government, like the attorney general of the state could get involved in something like that. Because that's like an insurance fraud kind of monitoring system, I would think. Like insurance fraud goes both ways, right? Like companies not wanting to pay out and then people trying to rip them off. So I would have to think there'd be some kind of oversight there. Oh, those clickers are everywhere, and we don't have another shiv. Maybe we can scoot around. I'm not 100% sure which way we're supposed to go, though. Joel's superhuman sight ability. Oh, no. No, no, no. And there's one patrolling. Yeah, you know, I think that's a good point. Like a lot of the games have performed very well, but it did take a little bit of time. I don't know. Did you buy all of those, Jamie, on day of launch, like release day, or did you buy them like maybe a week or maybe longer afterwards? Because the games that I bought a lot of games on launch day, and I've seen, you know, as we were talking earlier, within about 5 days, once they've got the data from Steam in terms of performance, not just on Steam Deck, but for GPUs and all of that, chipsets and everything, they do start putting out the patches. And that usually addresses a lot of stuff. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, they want you to go through like as many different things as possible to like try to resolve your issue without them getting involved, Colin. I can see that. We kind of have that here too. Normally, most people in the US just go straight to suing.
I'm fine. Guys, get in here! The girl.
The girl. Oh, now frame rate's dropped. Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh, she got away. Oh, I thought I still had my crowbar. That kind of sucks. Or not crowbar, lead pipe or whatever it was. Get him, Joel. Man. Joel's a good fisticuffs guy. But man, that's a lot. Come on, shoot him. Oh, I guess she doesn't want to shoot because there's probably her. No, she's just shooting for whatever reason now. I was thinking maybe she wasn't going to shoot because there was a clicker or something, but... Go. One more. There it is. Yeah, for the most part, maybe not God of War. Okay.
That's too damn close.
You know, the PS5 has varying degrees, right? It's powerful. There's no doubt about it. It's a good machine, but in general, I think that they even set up different settings for that as well. So I can't remember 100% off the top of my head for the remaster of PS5 or of Last of Us for PS5, but I'm pretty sure they have prioritized graphics, prioritized performance settings, right? So even then, it's like one or the other. You don't get 4K HDR. Well, you might get HDR, but 4K 60 on the game on PS5 either, right? Locked. Let's just say locked. There's give and take on even the PS5. But again, I'm given the amount of options, settings, and tweaks that you can do in the graphics, just in the game settings. They've done a lot of work on the PC port. I'm not going to say that it's just like, they tossed it out there. I think it seems pretty good.
There she is. That's our building.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, Jamie. I think that's... I don't know what they test on, right? When we used to test on games, they were different types of machines, right? They were different types of games. We weren't creating AAA products, so the testing was a little bit different. But in terms of like testing and making sure like it runs perfect on Steam Deck, I still think, well, I love the Steam Deck and the community and everything. I still think the Steam Deck is not the majority by any means for what they're considering their default devices, right? Or set of default devices or reference devices, as you would say it. So as it goes for Steam Deck, I'm not even sure where I'm supposed to be carrying this thing. This way or over that way? But maybe to this building. Your reference devices, you got to have a considerable audience. I don't even know the Steam sales. I don't know if we'll ever know the Steam Deck sales. Maybe there's a way.
Watch your step as you're going out, because it's going to be a little...
I'm trying to think how we used to look at that. It would never give us a total number. Like if I would go into the Steam partners dashboard, it wasn't like, oh, you saw like there was 100,000 Steam decks available in the market, or there was, 150 thousand, 4090 GPUs. You didn't see that. You saw percentages breakdown between like who's playing your game and what the percentage is of those devices and makeup.
Hey, let's pick it up.
I don't know if Valve will put out the numbers. Maybe they will if they want to tout it a little bit, but they tend to be pretty tight-lipped about that stuff.
Stay focused.
They're not one to have to prove anything. So I don't know if we'll ever really know the true amount of Steam Decks out there or not. But I would say probably by the time they get to this Christmas, if there are any number similar to the path that you would see console uptake.
Right around this corner. Come on.
Keep moving, kid.
I don't know, 2 to 5 million Steam Decks in market by Christmas, because they don't have any other distribution platform, right? It's not like Best Buy sells them or a big retailer in the UK sells them. I forget the big retailers' names, things like that. It's only sold online, only sold through, Valve's. Officially, it's only sold through Valve or through Steam. So, yeah, I would think like 1 to 5 or 2 to 5 million Steam Decks in market by Christmas. Oh, so they had numbers of like over 1 million? Okay. Maybe they can see it through some other platform that they're looking at it. But, I mean, that would start to be considerable. Now, obviously, it's not. Let's say that it's 5 million by the time you get to Christmas, right? That'd be a million a quarter. That's pretty good, especially being online only. And you get to 5 million units, and you're still well under all consoles. Let's just say that. But you're probably starting to pick up your pace on, GPUs. You're starting to catch up to them.
There we go.
Oh, they were doing it through Steam verified.
Home stretch, Tess.
Wait. Oh, I see what you're saying, Jamie. It was, I don't doubt that it's Steam Deck. This game is Steam Deck verified. Steam Deck verification has nothing to do with performance. If you look at Steam's criteria, it's like, does it automatically support 1280 by 800? Does it automatically bring up the keyboard when called for like text to be entered? Does it automatically support controllers? It's things like that make a game verified, not performance. As far as I remember.
What do you mean?
I know you guys are being paid for this, but
Jordan, we're getting above 30 right now. Through some of the areas where we were playing that it was like raining, and we were getting a lot of reflective surfaces from like water laying on items in a building, it was dropping it down to like 20, 24. Somewhere in there. I think we even saw it dip like into the 17s, maybe when we were loading into a new area. And we were on pretty low settings. So, but once we got out of there, again, like we were out in the day, not the same type of reflections. I mean, Joel's looking a little rough there with his hair and everything. We're in the 30s. Let's see if we adjust it here. Let's put it up to balanced or quality. Oh, yep. It's really blowing it out. It's probably because let's also put it up to medium. Oh. Okay, there's 30 right there. This is looking a little better. We got some shadows again. We were missing some of those. Yeah, I kind of wish that there would be something like, to be Steam Deck verified, a game has to hit 30 frames per second at 1280 by 800 or 800p, right? Not just like, does it support the keyboard input? I get why they did that initially, because again, they were looking at like, if we're going to ever entice console gamers over, we have to have like some of the stuff figured out that we run into like with PC games, right? Like you have to kind of have some of that stuff, like text input and things like that. That's why they put verified out there, was because they knew for a fact, like if we're going to entice those people in, we're going to have to like make it at least somewhat of the same experience as having a PS5 or a PS4, right? In terms of how you input with your controller and stuff. They didn't do it for performance, unfortunately. I think they should though, but I don't know if they would be able to commit that. I don't know.
Tell us where they were going.
How far are we gonna take
As far as it needs to go.
I do think it is, Jordan. I think they can fix this with
She never said,
optimization.
only mentioned that it was someplace out west.
What are we doing here?
But there will be certain levels that you're not going to be able to get to, right? Like,
About me.
I know that you are smarter than this.
Really? Guess what? We're shitty people, Joel. It's been that way for a long time.
No, we are survivors.
This is our chance.
It is over, Tess. Now we tried.
great voice
Go
acting.
home.
I'm not going anywhere. This is my last stop.
What?
Our luck had to run out sooner or later.
You going on?
No, don't touch me.
Holy shit. She's infected.
Joel,
Let me see.
I didn't mean for
Show it to me. Oh, Christ.
oops, right?
Yeah, I agree with you, Jordan. Yep. 30 to 40 is what I would
In your
expect.
arm. This was 3 weeks. I was bitten an hour ago, and it's already worse. This is fucking real, Joel. You've got to get this girl to Tommy's. He used to run with this crew. He'll know where to go.
No. That was your crusade. I am not doing that.
Yes, you are. Look. There's enough here that you have to feel some sort of obligation to me, so you get her to Tommy's. They're here.
Damn it.
I can buy you some time, but you have to run.
You want us to just leave you here?
Yes.
There's no way that...
I will not turn into one of those things. Come on.
I would probably say this game is running
No,
right in
just
line with
go.
Callisto Project. This is what I remember that.
Just fucking go.
And they were able to get Callisto to run fairly well. I haven't played it really, for the past couple of months or month or two. But I mean, they did get it playing right and running well. So I would have to imagine that this has got a really close chance to pick up. I would still wait. If you're on the fence, I'd hold off for 5 days. Normally they can do a patch once they get the data from Steam within 3 days. So by the weekend, we should see at least one patch come out.
We did that.
If not, it'd be early next
We
week.
just left her to die.
Stop. You stay close to me. We have to move.
Oh man.
All right, let's get up these steps because they're going to be coming.
Just keep pushing forward.
Yeah, I would imagine if Sony keeps on this, they're going to be probably bringing a lot of their, the one everybody's always laughed about is, will they ever bring, would they ever bring Last of Us 2? Possibly. Will they ever bring Bloodborne? That's the other one that everybody asks about. I'm not sure if you guys like Dark Souls as much, but I mean, for Bloodborne, it is a fantastic game, and for some reason, Sony always locks something up with From Software. Yeah, right here, I mean, you can see like the frame rates have dropped down to 20, 19. I just noticed it. Like, I really noticed it without looking at the numbers as we came into this area. Oh, I waited around too long looking at the frame rates. Come on, kid. grab us a rifle. And with that damn shader caching, I don't think it's a shader issue.
What do we do? Joel?
I got this.
Oh, don't turn the light on.
I got him! Cover the exits! Keep your head down.
Popping up like gophers. Oh. Boy, they move so well. There we go. Did he survive that? I don't know how many people are going to survive like a shot from a rifle, no matter who you are. to the neck or face. There is the permadeath. I haven't done that yet on any of these games, so I think that would be interesting. Damn tough. Oh, they're behind us too. Kid, why don't you yell that out? Oh, Joel took a hit.
Step it up. On it.
Where are they at? See if we can't back away.
Go, come on.
The PS3 performance right there. That's what we were looking at for sure. It was definitely not doing well in that area. Like here, now it's back to 30.
The U.S.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, they've had really good luck with their ports to PC, you know, over time. I'm not saying, like, exactly for maybe the Steam Deck. Oh, nice job, Belly. Oh, I was out of ammo. Damn it. Where's our other gun? There we go. Good job. She at least bought us some time there. Do they have any ammo?
All right, come on.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they may never port games day one. I don't know if they would do that, but you know, 6 to 9 months after release for a big AAA title from them, that could be a reality someday. Like, you know, you're getting them pretty quick. And they still have their, you know, hardware they want to sell. I don't know for how long though. I really wonder, like, with everybody wanting to go to streaming, wow, there the frame rates dropped a lot in that sun. Did it do the same thing over here? For everybody wanting to go streaming, I don't really know why they would worry about hardware for too much longer. Not that streaming works for me, but I know that some people it does. Yeah. Yeah, once sales stagnate, they'll definitely bring God of War Ragnarok. I agree with that. That's a big franchise. You know, the one that I wonder if they'll ever do is Gran Turismo. That's kind of their one thing they have never talked about bringing over to anything else. And it is a fantastic game. Playing Gran Turismo in VR on that PSVR 2, it's pretty fun.
What are we doing? Joel, how are we gonna get out of here?
We're gonna go through that hall. Stay down. I don't know how many more there are.
Yeah, I don't know if it is or isn't. I mean, for me, it's not. Starlink, you don't have enough ping to, or the delay is just too much for it. It doesn't recognize it that well because it really, the input lag's already there. And then, you know, oh, geez. That was not good. I walked right into him. I walked right into them. I didn't even hear them talking. But yeah, with the ping that I have, like maybe 40, if you're lucky, most of the time. Most of the time, it's like maybe upwards of 80. It's streaming, I'm surprised, works as well as it does. Not that it works fantastic, but Where's our rifle? Duck Joel. Maybe take some medicine too. I didn't notice how low my health was because I'm sitting on top of it. Oh, come on, where's that guy at? I hate when they run up on you. Oh, and he's still... Good job, Ellie. Now that's an AI partner you can get used to. I will say Ashley Graham in RE4 is still not a great AI partner. You got her in tow. She didn't even do that. There you get him. There we go. All right, let's see. Was it in the NVIDIA leak? If it is, that's pretty amazing if they get that one up there, because they've never, as far as I know, they've never talked about like Gran Turismo ever leaving their platform, which is a shame because, not that it's a shame, but I mean, like, it would be great if everybody got a chance to play that. If you really like racing games, although Project Cars is excellent, right? Gran Turismo 7 is really fantastic. Oh, that was a headshot, but he had a helmet on. Oh, I'm out of ammo on that gun. I have another one, right? Oh, why can't I get my other gun? What am I doing here? Swapping. Oh, god damn it. Wrong freaking controller again. Where'd he go? He was coming this way. Oh, he went over there. Oh, 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 oh. I gotta take some medicine again. Oh, that guy didn't die. I thought I had another handgun with me. Oh. Oh, we're kind of really screwed here. Why am I not able to switch my gun? There we go. Oh, there it was. It came up. There it is. Now we got it. Oh, I thought that bust was ahead. I thought it was somebody there. It's throwing me off every time. I will say, I agree. It's amazing to be able to play a game like this at a level, right? Like, again, we're not saying this is perfect right now, but I still think I could play through this game just fine. Oh, he's on that side of me. Oh, I didn't see him. Who's going to reload first? He did. Just kill him, damn. Okay. We still are alive. How? I don't know. Got a little bit of health. Oh, I didn't heal. Come on. There we go. Do we have any bullets? Oh, can I get him? Ooh. We barely got out of that. That was horrible.
There's the exit.
I see it.
I didn't think we were going to get through there. This guy had no bullets? Nope. All right. Let's see, we're outside now. What are we at?
Stairs over there.
Stay low.
Trying to see, 20s. Yeah, that frame rate just dropped there, RD. It was, you know, it was funny. The later we've gotten into the game, which is what you always hear, right? The later you get into the game, the less likely it's going to be as optimized, is what it seems. Let's see. What's our run? This one, L. Does she have a mask? Or, oh no, she doesn't need a mask, right? She doesn't get infected.
There's a soldier over there.
Hold your position and wait for reinforcements. Copy that.
How the hell are you breathing in this stuff?
I wasn't lying to you.
Did you spot him? No, the place is empty. I didn't see anything.
Search the area. Let's find them and get the hell out of here before any clickers show up.
So we got a couple. Oh, there's some lens flares. That's playing a little bit of havoc with the. I take it that the mist or whatever is considered like fog, right? Or whatever the spores. Oh, I don't have any. Oh no, I got a little bit of ammo. Why did we start a fist fight when the other guy's got a gun? Oh, where's he at? I guess I could turn my light on. Oh, there he is. Ellie. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. Like certain areas, it seems like it's a couple areas where they can potentially do it, but I mean, it's gonna be tough. I still think 30 is the target for this game on the Steam Deck. And what settings? I hope they put what I do is I hope they come out with one of those recommended presets, like for Steam Deck, right? Like they've optimized it based upon the data. They've got that. You just choose Steam Deck, and then you get, we'll say 30 frames per second. They turn on the best features, everything that they can, or adjust things. I hope it's one of those, because that would make it more reasonable for people to get into it. Cryo utilities and everything are awesome, but you're still asking people potentially that have never messed around with it, have no interest in messing around with something, to go and do extra work to get it to play well. And that's where I think, they got to get away from, at least at the bigger publisher level, so that Steam can be successful with the Steam Deck. I think that's going to not make or break, but I think that's going to make the difference between like Steam Deck being a very nice handheld and being like a competing console, almost in a sense, in terms of the amount of people they'll have and all that. Well, some reflections, and the frame rates haven't died completely. Now they're going. Where do we go? Oh, do we have to go under or cross over? Oh, here we go. Usually anything that I don't know if you've noticed that, but in the game, anything that's yellow, just kind of head towards that. That's usually the way to go. I just didn't see it in that one building, but yeah, seems like pretty much the way it works.
Ellie?
She make it?
I'm fine.
Oh yeah. see, where do I have to go? Over to her?
You're not gonna leave me here, right?
Just stay put.
The works.
Oh, gotta go under. I hate like this stuff. Like I would never. I don't think I could ever like just like dive under the water and try to go somewhere. What is this? Oh, it's a firefly pendant. I think I'm gonna die because I don't even know where we're at. I got lost. Yep, couldn't make that. That would not be like go and dive under the water under some building that you have no idea where you're going. Too much for me. All right, let's see. Oh, well, it's a reasonable save spot. So all that was under there was what, a firefly pendant?
Hey, look, it still works.
The text is, well, it's readable on the screen. I know some people have problems with like the text size, depending upon the game. Let's see. We're going over here.
There's a ladder. Maybe we can use that.
And what, Joel can't get it? No. So maybe I do have to go through this way. I can't remember. This is an area that I have no reference for. So maybe we do have to go down here. But oh wow, lots of stuff too. Yeah, it's a building under here. Ah, and the camera gets a little wacky. Let's go back out here. Oh, I died again. Just before I could get out. I don't know if I need to go that way or not. What's down that way? Oh, there's a platform. Maybe we can grab that. Is this something I can put Ellie on? There we go. And then she can get that thing. Maybe.
Get on.
Really?
Ellie.
Okay. Be careful.
I got you.
Oh. Oh, there we go. I was like, does she have to do something else or what? All right.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, now the frame rate's back up 37, 36. We haven't changed anything. And we're getting, I don't know, we're getting, I guess, a good amount of reflections off the water, the shadows. I don't know. Because that one building seemed to be a little rough.
Look, about Tess. I don't even know
Here's how this thing's gonna play out. You don't bring up ever. In fact, we just keep our histories to ourselves. Secondly, don't tell anybody about your condition. They think you're crazy, they'll try to kill you. And lastly, you do what I say when I say it. We clear?
Sure.
Repeat it.
What you say goes.
Good. Now there's a town a few miles north of here. There's a fella there that owes me some favors.
I was going to see Bill.
Car.
Okay.
Let's get a move on.
It was some loading going on there, I think, because it was dropping frames. So the cutscenes are probably some of that.
Yeah, it'll be faster to go through here.
Probably wouldn't even notice it on a
What?
PC rig.
Nothing, it's just... I've never seen anything like this, that's all.
You mean the woods?
Yeah.
It's like playing a new game on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, similar. I mean, that's probably the best way to put it. Like, yeah.
If she was up to the task, why'd she drop you off on us?
Well, maybe she's better now.
Let's
I don't
see.
mean to upset you, but your friend's chances of survival weren't too high to begin with.
She's a lot tougher than you think.
It don't matter. Because I doubt I can get either one of us back into the city in one piece.
Let's see. So we're around 30. Is there anything that we can change? Display. So we're on quality. We've been on quality for quite some time. That's probably why it could have been like, we were toying around with like 20s back there. We'd back it down here to balance. Oops. Back it down to balanced. And what do we got? So we were on medium quality back there. So that's probably why we were in the mid 20s. Like here it's balanced with medium quality and we're at 30. 29, 30. I mean, yeah, obviously a little bit of fluctuation, but
Hey, buddy.
I mean, it doesn't look bad. Especially if you're playing. Now, we haven't done that, right? We've been playing it on I've been playing it on a 32-inch screen. Everybody's watching at 720p, but I mean, you're watching it on whatever screen size you're looking at. I don't know what it'd look like on a phone, but there's obviously YouTube compression quality stuff and everything there. Playing it on the Steam Deck screen, probably would look pretty good at 1280 by 800. I'd have known that if the shaders would have cached, an hour and a half earlier.
Should we climb it?
I'd have been able to see it.
Wire on the top, but we gotta find a way to go around.
Some of it, though, when he moves quickly, you can see like lots of stuff on Joel's bottom, shirt model and all that. Textures.
Fireflies. I mean, real fireflies.
Yeah, I see that.
Sorry. I lost myself for a sec.
Let's see what's up here.
Get up here, I'll get a look. Yeah.
That's a hell of a weapon. All right.
Shit. Yeah, not around here either.
Gonna have to go through the building, right? Nope. There's something back. No, there wasn't anything back there. Looked like there was. Like a whole nother building, but I think it's just in the background. Let's see. Gotta look for something probably to get us across. Oh, there's a plank. Can we get it up here? Yep. Still, the temperature runs pretty hot on this game. It's been running 80s, upper 80s the whole time.
There we go.
What, does Joel have to balance on that? I guess I didn't notice that before. All right. There we go. Yeah, mid-20s. I think we're going to have to revisit it. I mean, maybe check it out on Friday and see if that patch has come through. Because today's Tuesday. It's probably more like Monday. I don't know. Give them 3 days, work days to make their adjustments, put a patch. It might be Friday. It could possibly be. I mean, the thing about it is the team that works on this, it's already Wednesday their time. You know, they're just getting ready to start their day. It's very early in the morning, but I mean... Well, no, wait, no. This was, who did do this? Yeah, Joel's had a little too much to drink. This wasn't in Japan. This was actually done in, like... Uh-oh. Clicker. This was actually done, Rockstar, no, Naughty Dogs. I'm not sure which studio did this. We don't even have a shiv. Do we have anything to make one? Oh, I don't think you can craft them without the table, though. Where are we going? Do we need to go that way? Or is it just like... It kind of led us down here, so we probably do. Maybe there's a workbench. Or a door. A controller. And they're probably already staring at some of the data. So yeah, it could be Friday. I mean, if there's a patch put out by Friday, I'll definitely check it out again. We'll see if there's any big difference. Yeah, Naughty Dog, Kevin. Yep. You're right.
You don't know how to whistle.
X is this one. I always thought it was easier not looking at the controller. But it doesn't change much. I'm still hitting the wrong button every time. There's some bullets. Perfect. Oh, there's stuff everywhere. Is that where we came in? No. Different area. Oh, we just came in above where we were.
Shit. It's jammed from the other side.
Oh.
That's not such a good idea.
Well, I can't boost you up. How else are we gonna get over there?
You're surprised that Naughty Dog said they had finished with the Uncharted franchise? Yeah. Did they say they finished with the Uncharted franchise, or did they say that they finished with like Nathan Drake in the Uncharted franchise? I've often wondered. I mean, I remember hearing that, but I didn't remember the quote. X is this.
All right, come here.
I should be looking at the buttons.
Now listen, you just open it, okay? Nothing else.
Sure thing.
Easy, easy.
Okay. Ta-da.
Good job.
Thank you.
We don't want to swap that. Can she just carry it? Yeah, I mean, here we're seeing like big. This is
Let's say we get a car from this buddy of yours.
this is like the bigger area that you could run into with enemies in it.
Marlene said he's your brother?
It's still,
He was a firefighter.
it's definitely it's making
Know where to take you.
things drop a little bit.
Okay.
He lives far from here, which is why we need the car.
The entire franchise is what they said. Oh, that's true, Kevin. Yeah, could be. I mean, so they did say the entire franchise, but they could have meant like, yeah, you know, we like the characters or we like something about it, but we'll call it something different. I wouldn't see. Yeah, that was a huge IP. Anything down this way?
Yeah, it's Bill's handiwork.
Anybody else live in this town?
As far as I know, it's just him.
Oh, I need that. Let's see. Was it this way?
Jesus!
Whoa, Nelly. What the hell was that?
That would be one of Bill's traps.
Your friend a bit paranoid, maybe?
That's putting it lightly.
Putting it lightly. Bill had the setup, man. Like when that whole thing went down in the TV show or the TV series or the Netflix series, whatever it was, they he had a really nice setup.
Just watch your step, you'll be fine.
Young Sully would be cool. I could see that. Sully was an interesting character. I mean, they talked about all of his escapades and everything. That would be awesome if they could do that. Because it would like set it back in like what, the 50s, 60s, probably something like that. I'm not quite sure how old Sully was in the end, but he was older. He was 50 in like 2000, so maybe 50 or 60.
Let me use that.
I don't know, maybe the 70s.
How about we just leave this kind of stuff to me?
Well, we could both be armed. Cover each other.
I don't think so. It's all clear. Come on up.
Bill lived with like white picket fences and everything. Yeah, sometimes there's just these hitches where it'll like stop. You can just see it's like, something's up. Oh, we probably need to grab our board. Oh, place. There we go. I think I'm probably going to call the stream here in about 10 minutes. And we'll wait and see if we see any patches come out, do some testing, and then probably be about the same time in the day to throw it back up on stream.
Shit.
Because I think we've seen pretty much the majority of what we could expect to see. Oh. Yeah, that was one that they didn't do too well on, I know. PC Uncharted sales were not the most amazing.
Now listen, Bill ain't exactly the most stable of individuals.
Oh, you can't
So
take
when we
those
get
back.
there, you let me do the talking. You understand? You gotta be clear on this. You don't take too kindly to strangers. Bill's a good guy. You just definitely need some time warming up to you. So.
I think we're gonna run into. Oh, I just turned around and saw that. I was gonna say right down there, I think, is when we run into Bill. Like he's right around the corner. That tripwire was sitting right there. I saw it like right as I was turning around, but momentum was going that way. Oh, that was a good save point, though.
See that wire? Stay underneath it, okay? Just keep your head low and you'll be fine.
This way. Oh! Ah! Again. Damn it. Jonathan, thank you for the subscription. Thanks. And welcome. Man, walked into 2 of those. Just keep crouched the whole damn time you're walking through his area.
You'll be fine. Shh, look at this.
Oh, now what did I hit that time? I was below it. I thought I was below it. Maybe you don't have to. Maybe you have to disarm that one.
Keep your head low and you'll be fine.
Or maybe you can't go that way. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there's 2 of them. That's what it is.
You hear that?
Yeah.
So we kind of have to go that way, right? Do we have to throw something out? Oh, don't do that.
All right, stand back.
Oh, yeah. That's what it is.
Oh, shit. Those things are kind of...
Bill's just like, man, I gotta go out and set those things up again. Yeah, the original. I didn't know that they were like both high and low. I couldn't remember that.
See that? Get back.
Oh, there's another one. Yep, another one. I guess we can try that. Oop, that was stupid. Now I'm out. Oh, well, we don't have a brick. We got a Molotov. There was a brick ever here, though, right? Well, I thought there was. There it is. Joel doesn't know how to jump. That's why. Where is that thing? Right there? Oh, now we can recover that. I guess if the arrow doesn't go into somebody, they can recover it. This way?
Just stay close. Come on.
There we go.
Damn it, Bill.
What just happened?
Another one of Bill's stupid traps. There, that fridge, it looks like that's a counterweight.
Okay.
Hey, the frame rates have improved. Go upside down. Can he swing? Nope, he can't swing. That'd have been fun.
Cut that rope, and it'll bring me down.
On it.
On your head. Oh boy, I forgot about this.
Shit, here they come.
Here, catch.
I thought that was her running at me originally.
Finger the rope.
Oh, oh, oh. Come on, Ellie. God. Oh, we got it.
Anytime, Ellie.
Oh, he went the wrong way.
You all right?
Yeah.
Come on, you can do it.
She must be trying to cut it with a butter knife.
Damn it.
Oh, there's more.
It's not cutting.
Just hurry! Hey, over here!
Oh, she's got more on her. Oh, God, come on. God.
Hurry, they're getting closer.
Oh, she's gonna die. Well, she's not gonna die from a bite. Looks like they're walking on the ceiling. It's so odd. How much more ammo do I have? I can't have much. There we go. That's the right one, right? There's Bill.
Get off your ass on your feet.
Which way?
Where'd he go? There he is.
Bill, come on!
I can't have much more ammo. I guess 14, maybe? I have to move to be able to see it. Sprint to escape. Jeez. Are we still running?
This place ain't secure. Bill, they're coming to the door!
Oh, run the other way.
That's our only way through. Ellie, stay back! Stay back!
Oh, got him. I forgot that you die once you get near the clickers. All right. I think it's good for today, guys. I appreciate everybody for stopping in. Like I said, I'll keep an eye on what's going on with the patch, and if there is any major update, I'll just throw it on the channel. But we're all kind of at an area where you're seeing some, reasonable performance, but probably there can be some optimization done. Maybe get it just that a little bit more to where it's locked and kind of in that 30. I think that's really what we're targeting here, is going to be like a 30 on the Steam Deck. But I will definitely put that up, and I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Thank you so much for stopping in, and definitely thank you for the super chats and everybody for all the new subs and joining the community. And I hope that you get something good out of being here. All the videos. Definitely, if there's any game you want to see, ping me. Let me know. At least in one of the comments on, a game, or this comments or something like that. Just let me know if there's games you want to see that we haven't covered yet. But there's plenty out there. So definitely appreciate everybody for taking time and checking it out and watching the channel. So I will talk to everybody sometime later this week. All right, Colin, thank you again. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging in there and watching it. And then I'll definitely be back on probably by Friday at the latest with another game. I've got a couple I want to check out, but if there's anything on this one, we'll do this as well. Okay. Night, folks. Have a good one.